Captains for the visiting Rebels, number 0, Brylan Zeno. Number 10, Cole Netherland. Number 17, Jaden Rogers. And number 55, Devon Bass. Captains for your Broncos. Number 9, Landon Wilkerson. Number 2, Mikey Koda. Number 19, Jacob Pornon. Number 67, Ace Ortiz.
Broncos have won the toss. Defer their option in the second half. Legacy will descend. Go.
Welcome to Ratliff Stadium, our final Trans Global Productions High School football game of the week. You saw there, you heard it from the officials, the Broncos won the flip. They chose to defer their choice to the second half. So they will be kicking from the north to the south to the Midland Legacy Rebels to begin the ball game. Welcome. We appreciate you guys being with us. Beautiful night for football. 52 degrees at game time. Winds only blowing 5 to 10 miles an hour out of the northwest. So going to be some unusual weather tonight. The Broncos looking to finish the season on a high note. Here you see them. Here they come. Kyle Hubbard, Nathan Hubbard here with me. I'm Clay Kennedy. Kyle, what do you think are going to be some keys for the Broncos to have success tonight?
And I think you touched on one of them, Barry. I think they want to finish this season as best they can on a positive note. I think defensively they can get some turnovers out of this Legacy offense, get some 3-and-outs and stops, get their defense off the field, and get that ball to their offense. And once they do get the ball, I'd like to see them be efficient, run some clock, move the chains, keep that Legacy offense that we saw a couple weeks ago here against Permian, where they put some points up, especially in the second half. They need to keep that offense over there on that sideline, keep that ball in their own possession, and don't force any turnovers. Play smart football and make this a 4-quarter game. Keep it close. Make those Legacy Rebels a little nervous toward the end of the ball game.
Well, of course, you did mean do force turnovers. Don't turn it over yourself.
Yes, that's right.
And I will be referred to from now on as Clay Barry Kennedy. So anyway, the Broncos will do the kicking. They have the kicking duties here.
Did I say Barry?
You did say Barry.
Sorry.
Oh, no problem. I've been called much worse.
Yeah.
And we will try and remember this is Midland Legacy now, not Lee. We'll do our best.
Yeah, we're both old school in that way of thinking. But, yeah, we will try to remember it is the Legacy Rebels, not the Lee Rebels. Though there's probably some people that would still like to have it called the Lee
So
Rebels.
you got deep for the Rebels is going to be number 4, Aiden Serrano, and I believe number 2, Nick Moore. Will be closest to us. It'll be either that or Caden Ellis, one of the two. And
how about those jerseys? Those pants, those red jerseys with the gray pants.
I like. It's a little different. I wish they had a little something else to match the gray up top, but I'm sure that'll be coming if in the next year or so. Actually, they do have a little gray around the collar there. You can see it on your screen. We can't see it from up here. So the Broncos will do the kicking, and we're about ready to get underway. Once again, our final Trans Global Production High School football game of the week of the 2024 season.
Seemed like we just started.
Well,
man, time flies when you're having fun.
It does. It does. Now to do the kicking for the Broncos, Pedro Munoz. is got it lined up, and he's ready to go. He's going to send it deep. It's going to be taken there. I believe that is Nick Moore, and he's going to keep it around that right side. He's got some green turf. Moore's got a gap. He cuts outside, and Nick Moore is going to take it 96 yards for a Rebel touchdown.
Yep, Broncos just did not.
Official timeout of the field for an injured player.
Did not stay in their coverage lanes on that kickoff. I think that had a little something also to do with the fake handoff coming from the other guy on the other side. Just did not stay in their contained lanes, and the Rebels are already on the scoreboard.
On to do the kicking now will be number 37 for the Rebels. Actually, that is I just blanked out. No, it's the Jacob Power jersey, but I have totally blanked out on his name, Maltos. There we go. Jason Maltos does the kicking, and this kick is good. We'll get into his jersey number sometime later in the ball game. So quickly, the Broncos trail 7-0.
At Sewell, we know that cherished memories are made in the simplest moments. And those memories are made one play at a time. Sewell, where unforgettable moments begin.
Welcome back to Ratliff Stadium in Odessa, Texas for our Trans Global Production High School Football Game of the Week. Nick Moore takes the opening kickoff, about 94 yards. Little fake reverse there with Serrano, fooled the Broncos, and he goes untouched coast to coast to give the Rebels a 7-0 lead.
Yep. Started off with some big momentum wearing white and maroon tonight. See if the Bronco offense can get some field position and answer. They had a great start to the game last week down in San Angelo before Mother Nature decided that they needed a break. Had a 7-0 lead early in that ball game. Went back on Saturday and finished it up. Played very well at times against the Bobcats. Just came up a little short. And we'll see what they can do with their first possession here.
Xavier Perales on the return, and he is going to be met rudely at the 16-yard line, and the Broncos will take over from that point.
We expect to see Santiago Medrano at quarterback number 1 for the Broncos. Tony Gomez and George Vasquez, 32 and 33 respectively, in the backfield. Might also see Abel Avila back there. A whole bunch of wide receivers we'll get to as they get into the game. We'll do the offensive line if we can here in just a few moments.
Abel Avila is the running back, but he is going to be split all the way down at the bottom of the screen as the Broncos, now he's going to move back. The Broncos have Baldonado lined up at tight end. 3 receivers up top. Avila is going to carry. He finds a big hole in that offensive line, behind the offensive line, for a gain of about 7.
Yep, this is the little give off the right side, zone blocking up front. And you saw Avila find an open spot and squirt through into open territory there, about 8 yards.
Field for an injured player.
Well, we'll keep it here. He's already almost on the sideline. It's just a little shaken up there. I believe Jesus Carrillo, Rene Muniz in to replace him.
That's Dal Watson, our head referee. The umpire, Stephen Mahaffey. Line judge, Noe Muniz. The head linesman, Jeff Mata. The back judge, Adam Dunlap. Side judge, Joey Cadillo. And the field judge, Michael Booker.
2nd and 3 for the Broncos. Low snap. Good grab by Medrano, but hands to Avila, and he's going to be brought down immediately for no gain.
Yep, that's number 24, DJ Brock. Watch him come in and fill right there. Coming from the linebacker secondary area, that's his job, is to fill and make that tackle, and he did. Going to be 3rd and about 3.
DJ Brock with only 15 tackles last week over in Midland against the Bulldogs. 6 of those solo.
Bump and run coverage on the outside.
Medrano throws quickly to Baldonado, and he makes the catch. He will have a Bronco first down.
That's Kobe Baldonado, number 88. Be one of the tight ends you see tonight as our instant replay show. He just kind of hooked up right in front of the safety there and got enough yardage on the catch for a first down.
Baldonado actually is 692 yards, leads the Broncos in receiving. And only a sophomore, so 2 more years, the number 88, who is already a pretty good-sized young man. It'd be fun to see what he develops into the next 2 years.
Yep.
Medrano, little miscommunication, looking for Baldonado, but overthrows everything.
Yep, tried to hit him on a post route right in the middle of the field. Both safeties actually broke on the ball and had him covered there. And it'll be a good thing it was overthrown and a little long, or might have had a little problem back there, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 29.
This Rebel defense had what was probably their best game of the year last week against the Midland High Bulldogs, and the Broncos maybe had their best defensive game as well against the Bobcats down in San Angelo, as the carry for Avila is going to go for -1.
I think the Legacy Coach Hartman said in the paper you said this week they had 5 turnovers.
I think the Broncos did force 5 turnovers last week down in San Angelo, but I know the Broncos also themselves turned it over 3 times in the 4th quarter.
Tough to win when you do that. Broncos did, as we said, did have play a really tough game down there. Had some good moments. Now they're going to go empty set in the backfield.
Well, Aiden Garcia in the ball game, sophomore running back. Medrano is going to try and sneak up the middle, but somebody's going to have a handful, and he goes nowhere, as I think Kip Comia drags him down for the sack.
Watch off the edge. Number 35 for the Rebels came on an outside blitz, outside linebacker blitz. That's Joe Pacina, and forced Medrano to have to step up and try to do something with his legs there, and just couldn't get it done. Broncos will have to punt on 4th and 12.
So let's see, is that Munoz on to do the punting? I believe that is the case. The Rebels.
Can't see his number.
The Rebels look like they're going to come, try and block. And he does get it away. That was Munoz. Going to get a nice bounce there. Really nice Bronco bounce. It's going to roll all the way down to the 35-yard line, where the Rebels will take over 1st and 10.
Yep, this Bronco defense, this will be their first possession on the field, trying to stop a Legacy offense that has really kind of got itself untracked the last couple of weeks against Permian Midland High, and coming into tonight has a lot of momentum going behind it. We expect to see J.P. Reyes at quarterback tonight. That's who it is, number 12. Looks like the running back offset to his right. I can't get his number just yet.
Well, it is their starter, Rogers.
We'll do the rest as they go through the game here.
Reyes fires, and the ball is going to be caught, completed out there to number 5, Caden Iglesias, and he is just into Bronco territory.
Trey Gerald, number 11, in to make that tackle coming up from the safety position, but was wide open coming across into the middle of the field there for the Rebels.
There's Serrano, who does triple duty this year. He's a receiver, a running back, and a quarterback at times.
Ryan Sanchez making the play. Sorry, Clay.
That's okay. He's going to pick up about 12 after the 16-yard pass and catch. Another first down for the Rebels. Reyes this time is going to be forced. He's not able to get out of the pocket. He's going to be brought down back there by Romo and Pornan for a sack. Second down and about 14.
And pocket just collapsed. Good coverage back on the back end by the Bronco defense. And as you said, Tony Robo and Jacob Pornon in on the tackle there. Loss of about 4. See if the Broncos can finish this off and get off the field without any points here.
Iglesias in motion, but the give is to Mackenzie Rogers up the middle. He's going to get the sack back, but that's it. Going to bring up a 3rd and 10 for the Broncos.
And that's
Rebels.
Ryan Sanchez in to make the tackle again, number 4 for the Bronco defense. Here's 3rd and 10. Let's see if they can get a play here and get off the field. I think we might see them go here if it's. Oh, my goodness.
Well, once again, Iglesias over the middle, and he's going to make the catch, be brought down inside the 20 for the Rebel first down.
That's a deep in route by the receiver there, number 5 for the Rebels, Caden Iglesias, as Clay said. And here they go again. Little up-tempo.
Yep, number 34, Mackenzie Rogers on the carry, and he's going to get it all the way down to the 11 for a gain of 7.
Yep, trying to keep that Bronco defense off balance by not allowing them to get lined up, make any substitute changes or change defense.
Well, 19 yards on the previous pass play to Iglesias. Reyes this time out into the flat, and it's going to be caught for a touchdown by Cisco Rodriguez. First touchdown catch of the year, I believe, for the Rebels.
That's a running slot receiver up there running the out route. And Odessa High just didn't have anybody to account for him out there in the right flat. And he runs over one of the Bronco defenders at the goal line for the 2nd Legacy touchdown of the night.
Extra point is up, and it is good. So the Rebels now leading 14-0, 5:54 remaining in the first.
Welcome to Rose's Cafe, where every meal is a celebration meant to be shared. Go ahead, pull together tables for any size group. Because at Rose's, we believe that everyone deserves a seat at our table. So come together, share the joy, and experience authentic Mexican food at its finest as you create memorable moments in our comfortable, colorful dining room. After all, life is better with Rose's Cafe.
Are you sure we should take this billboard down?
People find out State Farm does car loans as well as they do insurance. Our bank is through.
Good point. Grab an edge.
Look, there's 2 guys on the State Farm Borrow Better banking sign.
No, for real, there's 2 dudes on the State Farm
Borrow Better banking sign.
Gentlemen, please get down from the State Farm Borrow Better banking sign. Phil, get the hose.
Okay, he's getting the hose.
All right, let's go.
Want to borrow better? Contact State Farm agent Mike Podzemny about a car loan that can save you hundreds.
Our Trans Global Production High School Game of the Week is brought to you by some really fine sponsors, and we appreciate them making this possible each and every week throughout the high school football season. The Legacy Rebels take the ball in 7 plays, 65 yards. Took them 3 minutes and 10 seconds, and J.P. Reyes hit Cisco Rodriguez for the touchdown to give them the 14-0 lead.
Yep, just ran the out route, as I said in the on the play. Broncos didn't have anybody out there for him. Their defensive unit down here talking right now about the adjustments they need to make. Rebels have had the ball twice, of course, once on the kickoff return, and then their first possession. Offensively, drive down and get another touchdown.
Short kick is going to be fielded there by the Broncos, and they will take over at their own 15-yard line.
Yep, that's number 10 scooting up there to make the play for the
Xavier Perales, I believe.
For the Broncos, yes it is, and did a good job of hustling up, or that ball might have checked up like one of your wet shots, and it could have been very dangerous, but he got up there and got it. Broncos have the ball at the 15-yard line.
So now in the backfield is once again going to be the sophomore running back. We saw him on film last week in San Angelo anyway, Aiden Garcia. Carried the ball 13 times for 64 yards, had 1 catch for 14 yards. He's going to take the ball up the middle, duck in behind his lineman there. Going to fight forward for a gain of about 3.
You see the Rebel defense runs a 4-down lineman defense. We call that an even front in the coaching profession. 4 guys up front, a couple of linebackers behind them. They did a good job of getting off the blocks and holding that running back to about 3 yards there off the left side, 2nd and 7.
Broncos got 3 receivers split to the bottom of your screen. Baldonado once again lined up in the tight end spot. Garcia is in motion, comes back into the backfield. Medrano, time to throw, but now the pocket collapses, and he is going to be down back inside his own 10-yard line.
Yep. Pocket just collapsed, as Clay said. Watching our Odessa College instant replay, they brought a couple of extra guys inside on a late blitz, and nobody picked them up and brought the quarterback down for a loss back to the 8-yard line.
Ojepagogo is going to get credit for the sack, but a lot of pressure there by Kip Colmena before that, so it's going to bring up now the Broncos with a 3rd down and 17.
You watch the Rebels will back off in the secondary. Look, they got 4 guys.
5 now.
About 10 yards off the ball. They're going to keep everything in front of them.
But, boy, they brought the linebackers. Medrano running for his life, and he is going to get out of bounds. But just barely, as that will bring up another punting situation for the Broncos.
And nowhere for him to go. Receivers were covered downfield. As you said, they brought those inside linebackers on a blitz, and he couldn't throw across his body, being a left-handed quarterback running to the right, and gets out of bounds at the 7-yard line. So it'll be 4th down. Broncos will have to punt the ball. Rebels may have a pretty short field to work with here.
So I'm not sure that I'm going to have to check a jersey after the kick here. This might be Evan Sanchez, 43, doing the punting rather than Munoz.
Boy, he
just barely got that away, and that is not going to be a good kick for the Broncos. And the Rebels will take over with fantastic field position.
That was Evan Sanchez punting back there, Clay, and ball went off the side of his foot and got out of bounds. Looks like it's going to be right at the Bronco 19-yard line. They'll have a short field. I'm talking about the Legacy Rebels to work with on their 2nd offensive possession.
Well, Sanchez did a good job of getting that off period. Looked like it might have been blocked. A lot of pressure. But the Rebels with the great field position now as Serrano and I believe also Hayes Ham in the backfield. Serrano on the carry, and he is going to take it into the end zone for the Rebel touchdown.
Little swing pass, watch. Right out in the right flat, just a little bubble screen. Didn't have anybody out there, picked up a block right there and did the rest on his own. On individual effort, the Rebels are in the end zone once again.
Maltos once again on to do the extra point duties here. That kick is up, and it is good. So 4:03 remaining here in the first quarter. Your score now reads 21-0.
Hi, my name is Kevin Mannix. I'm the president and founder of Optimus Physical Therapy. I have practiced in the outpatient setting for the last 18 years in Midland, Odessa.
It is intercepted by Kevin Mannix.
Our professional staff will ensure that your functional goals will be met. Our cutting-edge manual techniques and state-of-the-art equipment allows Optimus to offer an evidence-based treatment approach tailored to each patient's functional recovery. Remember, Optimus Therapy for optimal results.
Well, you see there something we hadn't seen much this year, some jackets and blankets in the stands. As weather's been pretty warm most Friday nights, but actually some seasonal weather tonight.
Yep, finally got rid of the summertime.
Yep. So the Rebels take it one play, from Reyes to Serrano for 19 yards and the score to up their lead to 21-0.
I think I saw there was snow up in the northern part of Nebraska, New Mexico, and southern part of Colorado.
They had quite some issues up there, I understand.
It's coming.
Well, I don't think that's coming here.
Yeah.
The kickoff's going to be taken there at the 17. Bo Rodriguez fakes a pitch. He's got a little green now. He's going to hand it out to the 35-yard line of the Broncos to start.
Yep, here's the replay. You'll see they kind of faked the pitch from the other guy coming from the other side, and he had a lane to run through. Andrew Rodriguez coming around might have held those Legacy guys coming up the field into their spot for a minute and allowed Rodriguez to get up to the 35. First and 10 Broncos.
So Medrano brings the offense back out onto the field. He's going to have Garcia again. Is going to be a little confusion there. Perales now is going to slide over into the slot. Yep, the Broncos are going to take a timeout.
Timeout, Odessa High, their first charge timeout of the half.
At Odessa College, every journey begins with a dream as unique as you. Whether starting at a young age or maybe reshaping your career, it's time to unlock your potential. From cutting-edge medical fields to continuing education, we design 2 years as well as 4-year programs to fit your passion. Our faculty thrive on being mentors, empowering the next generation of creative thinkers, pioneers, and leaders. Because at Odessa College, you're not just a number, you're family. Register now for the upcoming semester for an experience as unique as you.
There you see some of the pep squad for the Broncos entertaining the fans up in the bleachers. They're definitely wearing different outfits as well.
A little warmer attire.
All right, so now the Broncos going to come out 3 receivers split top, 2 bottom. And we'll see if Garcia stays where he's at with an empty set or he comes to the backfield.
6 defensive backs. They're going to bring pressure off the edge.
Hits Baldonado, and he's going to have a Bronco first down out over the 45.
Yep, he was the second receiver here on this side, Clay, and he just ran up the field and stopped in an open area about 7-8 yards. That coverage allowed them to do that, get a first down up to the 46 of the Broncos. Here's that open set again. This forces the defense, Clay, to spread out, have to cover the entire field.
This might be a free play here as the ball is going to be batted down, but I do think we're going to see an offside on the defense here, unless somebody made him jump.
Outside linebacker was coming on a blitz, and he was a little early.
Yeah.
Offsides. Defense number 24. It's a 5-yard penalty and it will remain first down.
So 1st and 5 it'll be for the Broncos in Rebel territory at the 49-yard line of Legacy.
Yep, for the first time tonight, DJ Brock got in a little bit of a hurry there. And that is going to set the Broncos up with a 1st and 5. As coaches get the play signaled in.
You got about 4 guys down here doing that. So 3 of those are decoys for the most part.
2 receivers top and bottom.
2 high safeties bump and run coverage outside.
Medrano with that quick hitter throws it behind Bo Rodriguez. So it's going to bring up a 2nd and 5.
Yep, he threw that behind. That was the quick slant coming from the outside near side of the field. And just got it a little behind him. He'd probably like to have that throw back. So 2nd and 5.
Play call is in. 3 receivers up top, only 1 bottom. As running back remains in the backfield. Medrano is going to bounce it outside. And he is going to have enough for a Bronco first down. Out trying to throw a block ahead of him was Leland Carmona. But nonetheless, first down for the Broncos, their best spot on the field tonight.
And if
timeout. Legacy, their first charge timeout of the half.
Rebels are going to take a timeout. We'll do the same.
Let's go!
The Texas oil boom has returned, and Rexco Poly Fittings is your Lone Star choice in polyethylene, steel, and brass needs with a wide variety to choose from. Locally owned and operated in the Permian Basin since 1982, Rexco's experienced staff will help you get the right fittings and valves to help you get the job done. Go to RexcoPoly.com. Rexco, your poly supply company located in Midland and Odessa.
Rexco! Well, as we return to Ratliff Stadium here, the Broncos on the move, have a 1st and 10 at the Rebel 34-yard line. Coach Legacy Hartman and his staff didn't like what they saw. How can we have a state this big, a district with 6 teams, only 6 teams, and have 2 coaches,
head coaches with the same last name? Yeah.
Crazy.
And I don't believe they are related.
I'm assuming not. We hadn't heard anything about it. Broncos with quite a set here. 2 receivers stacked. Got an offensive tackle out here wide. Medrano is going to loft it, but just a little bit too long is Netherland there in the coverage of Baldonado.
Yeah, what they tried to do was outflank them over here with those 4 diamond receivers. One of them, of course, was a lineman on the line of scrimmage, and tried to outflank them and sneak that receiver out up the seam on the far side of the field. Just didn't execute it.
I like that call, though.
Yep.
I do like that call. 2nd and 10 for the Broncos. Medrano this time's got time. He's going deep and put just a little too much air under it, but making the catch for the Broncos, Bo Rodriguez.
Yep.
What a catch.
Wow, what a throw.
I thought it had too much air, but man, great catch.
Looked like the safety was going to get over there and knock it down too. And you can see on our Odessa College instant replay, he just went up and took it away from him.
Yep.
Wow.
35 yards on the pass and catch. And 1st and goal now for the Broncos. Medrano.
Somebody went the wrong way.
Somebody didn't do what they were supposed to, and he is going to take a loss back to the 5.
They weren't on the same page in the backfield there. And running back took off to the left, and I think Medrano was expecting him to come back inside and take the handoff toward the right, and just not on the same page play-wise.
Well, George Valdez in the ballgame now at running back. Against San Angelo last week, they brought out a heavy set with Dominic Taylor as the running back, and he scored from 1 yard out.
I did see that, yep.
We might see that at some point as well tonight. Medrano to Baldonado, touchdown Broncos.
Wow, the
fooled everybody.
Play action pass held the linebackers, and somebody did not account for Baldonado. You can see he's the tight end right there on the right, and he just released up the field. Somebody went to sleep on the back end for the Legacy Rebels. It's a touchdown for the Broncos.
So there's the hold. The kick is up, and it is good. The kick there by Jose Luis Zubia has the Broncos on the board, trailing 21-7. We'll be back.
Wake up to great value with breakfast combo meals now at Taco Villa. Whether you choose mouth-watering biscuits and gravy, hash browns, and a 12-ounce coffee for only $3.99, or your choice of breakfast taco, golden hash brown with a 12-ounce coffee for $4.99, or your favorite breakfast burrito, hash brown, and a piping hot 12-ounce coffee for just $5.99. Breakfast at Taco Villa sounds good to me.
So the Broncos take the ball 7 plays for 65 yards. And I did not have time. I was running my mouth and did not get a time there, but less than a 2-minute drive. 1:37 on the drive. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Broncos answer with a good drive.
Boy, they did. Marched it right down the field.
Yes, they did.
A little confusion on the set a couple times, but Bo Rodriguez with a beautiful grab on the sideline
to take that ball away from the defender.
And get a foot in bounds.
That's right. That's all you got to have in high school and college is 1 foot.
So the Broncos going to do a little different on the kickoff this time. Wisely going to boot it up It'll be fair caught there by number 10, Cole Netherland.
So let's see if the Bronco defense can come up with a couple of plays here and get a stop. And see if they can get that ball back to that offense.
So it's going to be marked on the 34-yard line.
2:18 left in the first quarter.
And believe it or not, this is the Rebels' worst field position in 3 drives. So Reyes, 2 receivers, top and bottom, but he's going to hand the ball up the middle to the sophomore running back. And he's going to get dragged down after a gain of only about 3.
Watch Ryan Sanchez right here get a piece of him, I think. That is also, I cannot get that other number. Had a little help there to close that gap down and make the tackle for only a 3-yard gain. Here comes a blitz.
Reyes, the Rebels able to pick it up. Reyes going to get hit right as he releases the ball there. He gets planted into the turf, incomplete.
Christian Zubiati, watch him here, Clay. He's going to come from the bottom of your screen, work back to the quarterback, doesn't keep on running by him, works back to the quarterback and hits him and knocks the ball loose. Good defensive play. Here's 3rd and 7. Let's see if the Bronco defense can get off the field here.
Reyes once again, 2 receivers, top and bottom. This time he's going to air it out, going for Rodriguez, and had him, hit him, and just not able to hang on to it there. That's going to be incomplete. So a 4th down now and 7 punting situation for the Rebels.
Rath Benavides, the safety, back on coverage there for the Broncos on the back end, making that play, and we'll see the Rebels punt tonight for the first time.
Yep. Tight coverage there by Benavides, and it makes the catch very difficult. There you see to do the punting there for the Rebels. It's number 37, Jason Maltos. Had 3 punts against the Bulldogs last week and pinned them inside the 10-yard line all 3 times. Boy, Wilkerson almost got a piece of that, but it's going to roll out of bounds at the 16-yard line, so another really good punt for Maltos.
Great job by the Bronco defense there to get off the field and get that ball back to the Bronco offense. Let's see if they can put a second drive together and get points.
Well, minute 27 remaining here in the first quarter. Momentum shift has got the Broncos back in the ball game. As Medrano will lead the offense out onto the field. Going to have split at the top of the screen, Benjamin Matthews and Xavier Perales. Got Bo Rodriguez and Baldonado at the bottom of the screen. There goes Perales in motion. And they're going to throw to Perales, but it turned the wrong way in the throw on the other side of his body.
Yeah, tried to get him out here in space from the motion, and we're going to get it out here to him here in the right flat. Try to get him out there pretty quick, and just did not execute the play. Just didn't execute.
2nd and 10 for the Broncos. 2 receivers, top and bottom again. Medrano's going to roll. He's going deep. He's got Bo Rodriguez. He's going to make the catch in Rebel territory. 1st down Broncos at about the 45, 44-yard line. They're going to mark him all the way down to the 40.
Watch our replay right there. He just chunks the ball and sees that Rodriguez is down here, got behind the secondary coverage, number 7, Trey Jefferson. Didn't get in coverage, 1st down Broncos.
Actually going to mark him at the 38-yard line. So 48 yards, I believe, on the pass and catch. If Nathan gets that other shoe off, he'll let us know after this play. Broncos 2 top and bottom. Medrano throws quickly and just a little too high, thank goodness, as Nick Moore had end zone on his mind again.
Read the stop route down here by Rodriguez here, and if it had been on target, you're right, that might have been running up the sideline the other direction toward Andrews.
I guess that's 46, not 48, correct?
Yep.
I'm not a lot of help, but 46 yards on the pass play from Medrano to Bo Rodriguez. Well, Medrano flushed out of the pocket quickly. He's got a receiver out there, and he's going to throw it deep. Tip, and it's caught!
Wow.
Caught Baldonado with another amazing catch, and the Broncos are going to have another 1st and goal.
Watch here, folks. Watch our instant replay. At the last moment, the quarterback's going to just chuck this ball and hope he gets it there. And watch, it gets tipped. And Baldonado
look at that
just
concentration.
With his eyes on the ball,
yep.
right? And got down to the 2-yard line. Wow, 2 big plays now.
35 yards are going to mark it back at the 3, so 35 and 46, 2 huge pass plays. Have the Broncos looking to cut this to a 1-score game, and they're going to take a timeout.
Timeout, Broncos. They're second of the half.
Are you sure we should take this billboard down?
People find out State Farm does car loans as well as they do insurance. Our bank is through.
Good point. Grab an edge.
Look, there's 2 guys on the State Farm Borrow Better banking sign.
No, for real, there's 2 dudes on the State Farm
Borrow Better banking sign.
Gentlemen, please get down from the State Farm Borrow Better banking sign. Phil, get the hose.
Okay, he's getting the hose.
All right, let's go.
Want to borrow better? Contact State Farm agent Mike Podzemny about a car loan that can save you hundreds.
Rosa's Cafe's breakfast takes me back to those early mornings. The smell of fresh homemade tortillas filling the air. The warmth of my mother's kitchen wrapped around me like a hug. Rosa's is a taste of home, a reminder of the love and tradition that went into every dish. Taste the authentic flavors of a Rosa's Cafe breakfast. After all, life is better with Rosa's Cafe.
Well, there you see the Bronco offense over with the coaches trying to decide what to go with. As we talked about earlier, we did see a heavy set last week in San Angelo with Dominic Taylor, big middle linebacker, carrying the ball. But have not seen that yet tonight. And, of course, it's on film, and the Broncos know, the Rebels know, so maybe looking to do something a little different tonight. So once again in the backfield is going to be Leland Carmona, number 38. Baldonado and Bo Rodriguez split out bottom. I believe that's Matthews and Perales split up at the top. There goes Carmona in motion.
Quarterback draw.
No, he wanted to get it to Baldonado, and he broke open, but just too much pressure.
Yep, right in his face toward the end of that. Pressure came from the left side of the Rebel defense. You're right. He just couldn't step up and make the throw there.
So 2nd and goal from that 3-yard line. But, yeah, I did. I kind of like you. I thought they were going to go quarterback draw. But
when that guy went in motion, there was nobody in the middle of the field. Somebody went with him. See if they do it again. Yep, but they got linebackers in the middle of the field now.
This time they throw it out there, and it is touchdown Broncos as Carmona makes the catch. And the Broncos, with the extra point, can cut it to 7.
Good design here.
First catch of the year for Carmona.
Right, and he just found an open spot once he went in motion and turned up the field. There was a little open area there, and he just squared up to the quarterback, and they got it to him.
Yep, and did the rest on his own, had a couple of white jerseys and took them in, and that is blocked. This is not good. This happened to the Broncos last week as well, and Bo Rodriguez is not going to be able to run him down. And Nick Moore is going to go into the end zone this time for only 2 instead of 6. But there is a flag on the play.
Maybe
offsides.
Offside.
On the defense.
And it will be offsides on the defense.
Wow.
So
force half the distance, and we'll retry the kick.
That happened last week in San Angelo. They cut it to 21-13. Exact scores here. And the kick was blocked and run back for a 2-point conversion. And that ended up being the final score, 23-13.
8 seconds still left in the quarter, so they
no time ran off the clock because that was the extra point.
Play, right.
But the Broncos do appear to be lining their offense up and going to go for 2 points here after the offside penalty against Lee. nullifies the two-point conversion.
And that's probably why it got blocked, because it came from this side. That's where the flag came from. Must have seen it on this side of the formation.
That would have been the third time this year for sure that played a big part in a ball game, as it happened also last week against Permian and Friendship, and it happened against Lee and Friendship. So Medrano just barely gets the play off, and it's good as he throws to is that Matthews, Benjamin Matthews, for the two-point conversion. Cuts the lead now to 21-15. 8 seconds remaining. We'll be back for the kickoff after this.
In West Texas, the spirit of rivalry runs deep, especially when it comes to high school football. But beyond the gridiron, there's a common ground we all share. At Sewell Ford, we believe that while competition brings us together, collaboration drives us forward. No matter the colors we wear, we all share the open road and the thrill of the drive. Sewell Ford, discover what brings us together.
So the Broncos take the ball 84 yards in only 6 plays, a minute 19, after the 2 big pass plays from Medrano, first to Bo Rodriguez, and the second one then to Baldonado on the tip ball, and they have cut the lead now. Suddenly, they've scored 15 unanswered, and the score's 21-15.
Old Mo has gone a little bit towards the red and white.
That momentum is definitely shifted at the moment.
They're probably talking about that over there on the sideline on the far side about how they've allowed the Broncos, and let's give the Broncos credit. They've made some plays to get themselves back into the ball game here. That pride is a lot of stuff there. There he goes.
Moore takes it at the 16-yard line. Is going to run the width of the field and is going to be taken out of bounds.
And with that, that's the end of the first quarter of play.
Around the 33, so we come to the end of the first quarter now. Your score, the Lee Legacy Rebels 21 and the Odessa High Broncos 15.
It's what every cowboy dreams about under the Texas moon, getting to see their sweetie. Rich, flavorful kisses that taste like strawberries, cascading chocolate swirls that make an hombre weak in the knees, and cool, creamy shapes that'll put a jingle in your spurs. Heck, they're dreaming a Texas burger, where they've corralled fresh-made goodness sweeter than a Pecos cantaloupe. Texas Burger, wanted by Texans everywhere.
Diamond Pump and Transport LLC specializes in oil field transportation. We are locally owned and operated and do business in the Permian Basin and West Texas areas. We also provide hot oil service, acid pumping, water hauling, tank cleaning, and other types of oil field transport and hauling services. We invite you to call us today. Diamond Pump and Transport LLC, 432-617-8084.
So the Rebels take over on their own 33-yard line with a 6-point lead. Up the middle goes Rogers. I tell you what, Broncos trying to strip the ball there. He's going to pick up about 5 or 6 yards.
Jacob Pornon, number 19, one of those Bronco defenders, getting his nose in there after about a 6-yard gain, 2nd and 4.
So beginning the second quarter here.
I think the Rebels might try to establish the line of scrimmage again, Clay.
They may.
Go back to running the ball.
Definitely with some momentum. Rogers over the right side, still on his feet, and he's going to be out to almost midfield and have a first down.
That's Miguel Ramos coming off the bottom to make the play there, hanging on to a leg for dear life, and got a little help from a couple of other Broncos, but not before the Rebels get a first down at their own 49.
Mackenzie Rogers, the leading ball carrier for the Rebels, came into the game with 607 yards on the ground. Reyes fires, and it's going to be caught out there short of a first down. Catch is going to be made by Serrano.
Miguel Ramos there making the play again as a corner. They ran the comeback route and got 8 yards on first down.
So quickly the Rebels now back to Rogers, and he slips, but he's going to have a first down at the Bronco 40.
I think that's Tony Romo getting a piece of the running back coming through, not the Tony Romo we hear on Sundays. He hasn't come out of retirement, but it's the Tony Romo that's been a defensive stalwart for the Broncos the last 2 years.
He had a good ball game at San Angelo last week. Watched that film today, what I got to see of it, and he was very involved.
Yep, very active.
Gain of 3 there for the Rebels.
Watch our instant replay. See, Tony almost got him right there. He got blocked down, still stuck his hand out there and almost got a piece of it. A whole host of Broncos stopped that play after about 3 yards.
Rebels 2 receivers top, 1 bottom. Reyes is back to pass, has time in the pocket. He's going deep. He's got Serrano, and he makes the catch. Touchdown, Rebels.
Yep, he beat double coverage down here on a go route play. Watch our replay. Odessa High brought an inside linebacker on a blitz right there, just didn't get there, and he got behind both defenders. Serrano did for the Legacy touchdown.
Maltos on to do the kicking once again. Duties for the Rebels as they make quick work of that drive. Holding there for the Rebels is Cisco Rodriguez. Oh, almost. Man, we're seeing them get close on these extra points, but it is good. So the Rebels up the lead now, 28-15.
Since 1958, we've been present for you. We appreciate our community and care about West Texans. That's why we're celebrating our love for this amazing community with a spectacular giveaway. From August 1st to December 6th, you can stop by one of our branches or find us at an event in the Midland, Odessa community to receive a special scratch-off card. There's a number of presents for you, including our grand prize, a 2-year lease on a 2024 Cadillac XT or $7,500 cash. Other prizes include a free car wash, oil change, and Complex community merchandise. At Complex Community Federal Credit Union, we're all about taking care of you and giving back with heartfelt generosity. So don't wait. Visit ccfcupresentforyou.com for details and official rules. No purchase necessary. Participants must be at least 18 years of age to qualify. Void where prohibited. All federal, state, and local laws apply.
Maltos there, you see, to do the kicking. He also has played a little defensive line this year. Coach Hartman says they don't like to play him much because they want to keep him healthy for his kicking duties. Man, I tell you what, that 2-step, and he boots it back inside the 10.
Yes, he does.
Uh-oh, there's Rodriguez. He's out over the 40. Maltos is going to make the tackle. Andrew Rodriguez with one man to beat, and he knows it. And Maltos, using his defensive prowess there, his skills, is going to drag him down.
Boy, both kickoff coverage teams have had their fits doing just that, covering on those kickoffs. And, boy, I tell you what, they almost took it to the house right there. You can bet he might get a little ribbon. Hey, you let the kicker get you. Well, that kicker is a defensive player, too, as you said, and was in the right place at the right time to save a touchdown. But the Bronco offense has a short field now starting at their own 49.
Well, and they have had no problem moving the ball the last 2 drives.
Right.
So 1st and 10, 2 receivers bottom. Maldonado's going to line up as a tight end. And Medrano, low snap, but he's going to hand the ball off to Carmona. Man, he is met dead run by 2 white jerseys and stopped cold.
Those are linebackers, Clay. They're having a free run right now to fill and make plays in the run game. Broncos have got to get some offensive linemen up to the 2nd level to get to those linebackers. They're not getting there right now.
Right. One of those actually Co-Netherland, the safety, but is every bit of a linebacker most plays. Throws out to Baldonado. He makes the catch, is actually going to come back trying to gain yardage and lose maybe 1, but it's going to have it down for a 3rd and 3.
You can see Baldonado just ran the stop route from the slot position. Did a good job of taking his eyes to the ball, picking that ball up before it hits the ground on a catch 3rd and 3 for the Broncos.
Oh, see the Rebels maybe faking a little bit of pressure there.
See if they come from the slot here. Safety walking down.
Colmena is on the blitz. That's it. But the pass is thrown to Bo Rodriguez, and he's going to have a Bronco first down at the 37.
Yep. Ran the comeback route up at the top of the screen. Watch our Odessa College instant replay. He's just running the stop route or the comeback route, I should say. That might be right in front of Coach Hartman right there.
So the Broncos with a new set of downs going to split 2 receivers top and bottom. Medrano looks things over. He's going to stay in the pocket. Now he's flushed out. Medrano is on the run. Medrano is going to have a Bronco first down. Is going to be chased out at the 20-yard line.
My goodness. Quarterback doing a good job, Medrano there, keeping the play alive with his feet.
Yep.
Nothing open downfield.
Take what the defense gives you.
That's right. Yep, they've got a first down. That's Rebel 20-yard line.
George Valdez is in the backfield now as the Broncos going with a running back by committee tonight. And he is going to take the carry up the middle, and Valdez into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos.
My goodness. Wow, what a great job by the guys up front. Watch the C's part. Right into your living room, folks. Maybe you can make the tackle.
And there he is, his 7th rushing touchdown of the season.
That's a great job by the Bronco offense, starting with that line up front, getting that hole, and allowing him to run to daylight for the Bronco touchdown.
Zubia's kick is low, and it is not good, so the 2-point conversion now goes away. And our score will read, well, hang on.
Offsides on the defense.
Again.
Half the distance to the goal.
Wow.
Retry the point after attempt.
Let's see if they decide to go for 2 here again.
That's how you block it. You get a head start.
Or make them kick it bad.
They're calling the offense back on the field, and hopefully they got a play call.
See Coach Hartman there in the white shirt talking to them about what play they want to run to try to get this 2-point conversion.
So a scoreboard reads 21, but it's actually still 28. No, that's correct, 28-21. The Broncos with only 4 seconds to get the play off. And they just do get the snap. Oh, they do not get the snap in. As not a lot of hustle out there with a couple of them getting set up on the line of scrimmage.
False start on the offense. It's a 5-yard penalty. We'll replay the point after attempt.
So now that's going to make it a whole different ball game back.
Should be at about the 6-yard line.
About the 6, so I think they're going to bring the kicking team back out and look to cut it to 5.
Interesting.
Well, first, 1 play for 1.5 and 1 play for 6. That's a lot of difference.
Well, yep, you're right.
Zubia on to do the kicking once again, and this time the kick is up, and it is good. So the Broncos do cut the lead to 5. They trail 28-23.
E&E Service and Supply is your leader in well service supplies and rig packages. We manufacture oil savers, rod transfers, rod strippers, pipe wiper blocks, weight indicators and pads, rope sockets, drop valves, guy line blocks, swab mandrels, fishing tools, slip cylinders for Advance, BJ, and Giberson, and a whole lot more. Please come by E&E Service and Supply at 3501 Brazos.
Hi, my name is Kevin Mannix. I'm the president and founder of Optimus Physical Therapy. I have practiced in the outpatient setting for the last 18 years in Midland, Odessa.
It is intercepted by Kevin Mannix.
Our professional staff will ensure that your functional goals will be met. Our cutting-edge manual techniques and state-of-the-art equipment allows Optimus to offer an evidence-based treatment approach tailored to each patient's functional recovery. Remember, Optimus Therapy for optimal results.
So the Broncos with a 5-play drive, and I incorrectly gave you a score of 28-23. It's obviously 28-22 as they trail by 6. Took the ball 51 yards this time, took them 5 plays, and it took them, having to do this in my head as we go, a minute and 48 to march that ball down to the end zone.
Halftime in Midland right now, the Bulldogs up on the Panthers 14-3 at the half.
Yeah. And there's the kick, and that is going to go out of bounds. I'm pretty sure it does. So I feel like the well, I don't know. The Rebels may make them kick it again, but they'll probably just take it.
They've had 2 good returns on kickoffs.
Yeah, no, they're gonna make them kick it again.
I would too. Why not?
Yeah.
See if you can get a little better field position than at the 25.
Free kick out of bounds on the kicking team. It's a 5-yard penalty, and we will re-kick the free kick.
It's Dal Watson, our head referee, making the call for us, letting us know what's fixing to happen.
Well, you know, generally for about the last 25 years or so, maybe 30 years, the Broncos play the Rebels tough just about every year. Well, they made, even in the down years, for some reason, they play the Rebels tough. And Coach Legacy Hartman talked about that in the paper. He talked to his team about that and said, listen, guys, every year these guys play us tough. This is not going to be a cakewalk.
Yeah, and you're right. Down through the years, the Odessa High Midland Legacy football game has always been kind of a barn burner, very close, well played by both teams. It doesn't matter what the records are.
Right.
They just show up and play.
And last year, the Rebels had to score 18 unanswered to come back and win 32-21 against the Broncos. Right. As this time, Serrano's going to take it and fake it. He's out over the 30. Serrano's out over midfield. Serrano gets a block, and he is going down the left sideline. And he is going to take it to the house for the second kickoff return for a touchdown tonight for the Legacy special teams.
Well, you think the Odessa High special teams coaches might be talking a lot about staying in those lanes and quit going for the fake. If you're in your lanes, it doesn't matter what they do.
Exactly.
The ball's going to come to you eventually anyway.
Yeah, it's either going to, if everybody's in their lane, it's coming one way or the other.
That's right. And you got 11 of you out there, so somebody's got to stay in those lanes.
So Maltos' kick is up, and it is good. So quickly the Rebels strike back and now lead 35-22.
In West Texas, the spirit of rivalry runs deep, especially when it comes to high school football. But beyond the gridiron, there's a common ground we all share. At Sewell Ford, we believe that while competition brings us together, collaboration drives us forward. No matter the colors we wear, we all share the open road and the thrill of the drive. Sewell Ford, discover what brings us together.
Taco Villa combo meals are a great value, and now we have 3 delicious new ways to save on lunch and dinner. Whether you choose 2 flavorful bean burritos and a 20-ounce drink for only $5.99, or 2 of our famous crunchy tacos with a 20-ounce drink for $6.99, or bring a friend and share 3 crunchy tacos, 3 bean burritos, and 2 refreshing 20-ounce drinks for only $17.99. A combo meal at Taco Villa sounds good to me.
So the Rebels with their second kickoff return of the night, now leading 35-22. 7 minutes, 37 seconds remaining here in the first half. And we always talk about the 3 different aspects of a ball game. You got offense, you got defense, and you cannot forget about special teams. And the Rebels have taken full advantage of that tonight with 2 kickoffs returned for touchdown, and another one gave them really good field position.
Yeah. might talk a little strategy about pooching that thing.
Yeah, squib it. Squib it, onside it, something.
Yep. Just having a hard time covering these guys when they get a full head of steam going.
Malto's kick's going to be taken over at the 15-yard line by the Broncos. Fumbled, and then going to be taken backwards from there. Andrew Rodriguez, just nowhere to go.
Whole host of Rebels down there to cover on that kickoff. And Broncos will start back, it looks like going to be around the 14-yard line. You can see our instant replay there showing you the end of that kickoff return by the Broncos. What are we looking at time-wise here? 7:31. Broncos have proven they can move the ball against this Legacy defense.
Well, they're
going to have to do it again.
3 drives, and none of them have been over 2 minutes.
Friendship Tigers up 28-7 on the Bobcats of San Angelo Central up north.
Well, Friendship, of course, playing for undefeated district champion Baldonado. Slipped there in the backfield, but stays on his feet to pick up positive yardage.
Little tight end sweep coming around to the right side. Turf Monster got him.
Be a pickup of about 2. 2nd and 8 now for the Broncos. They got 3 receivers split out bottom.
One to the top there.
One up top. Did not pay attention and catch the number of the running back, but he's going to stay in and block. Ooh. That was Valdez, but it's going to be incomplete.
Doing a little hand jiving out there on the far side. That looked close.
Yep, that's going to bring up 3rd and 8 now for the Broncos. Really like to pick this up, keep that momentum going. That ball, Andrew Rodriguez now is going to swap. And Benjamin Matthews is going to be split up top, and Andrew Rodriguez at the bottom of your screen.
2 high safeties for the Rebels.
Oh, there's that screen. Valdez is going to have a Bronco first down plus as he's still on his feet out over the 40-yard line. Great call by the Bronco coaching staff and a first down.
And the formation spread those guys out. They just let them come on through. You see those linemen downfield. One of those, number 52, is Jacob Gutierrez, and some other linemen down there to make a block and get the ball receiver carrier up to the 44-yard line.
28 yards on that little screen pass there that caught the Rebels unaware. Great blocking by the Bronco offensive line on that play. Carmona in the backfield. Medrano's just going to air it out. And some hands going on out there, but double coverage on Rodriguez, and he had no shot.
Yeah, they didn't have anything open down the field. Two short receivers, one in each flat. They were covered. Did a good job of just throwing that away, Clay, and moving to play another play, so to speak.
So right now the Broncos 3 receivers split bottom, and I believe that's Matthews, the lone receiver up top. Carmona in the backfield. Medrano's going to throw it quickly, intended out here for Baldonado, but incomplete.
Yep, they had that covered too. Baldonado running the out route down here toward the Broncos sideline. They had a defender, I'm talking about Legacy. I believe that is number
10. Cole Netherland,
Netherland
safety.
was there to be Johnny on the spot coverage-wise. 3rd and 10.
I tell you, that Netherland, he's
busy.
He is busy. He's the leading tackler for this Rebel team. Medrano's going to be flushed out of the pocket. Stops and fires for Baldonado. Wow. He makes the catch.
What a throw.
Under heavy coverage and a good swipe by the Rebel defender, Netherland, to try and knock it loose, but Baldonado just too strong.
And too quick to get out of the pocket there, and he's throwing on the run toward his throwing hand side.
Receiver downfield. Offense number 56. It's a 5-yard penalty, and it remains 2nd down.
Oh, my goodness.
So just little bit too quick downfield, which he was on. He was scrambling.
It'll be 3rd down.
And you figure he's probably going to take off, but he does complete the pass, but all for Neal, as the penalty is going to go against the Broncos. So repeat 3rd down. So now instead of a 1st down, now you're looking at 3rd and 15 for the Broncos. But we saw him pick it up. Here comes the blitz. Medrano stays in the pocket. And he goes for Baldonado, but just too much on the throw. Coverage there by the Rebels, Trey Jefferson.
Yep, he was right where he needed to be on that corner route. And you're talking about Trey Jefferson, number 7 for the Rebels. And had to force a good pass, and that's what it needed to be. Just a little too far on the corner route.
So punting situation now for the Broncos. Once again, on to do the kicking is Evan Sanchez. The Rebels got 10 on the line.
Broncos didn't have enough players to execute this.
Oh, and
got blocked.
That's what happens. Ball is blocked and is going to be fallen on by the Rebels back inside their own 15-yard line.
Oh, the kicking game. My goodness.
Now, special teams has not been the Broncos'
friend tonight
for sure.
No. Just got late getting the 11th guy out there. Didn't have their blocking assignments taken care of. Rebels bring pressure and get a hand on that punt. And they get the ball on the recovery at the Bronco 12-yard line.
So special teams is a huge part of a ball game. Broncos got their backs against the wall now as the Rebels have 2 receivers, top and bottom. Quick screen to Serrano and took his eyes off it and not able to make the catch.
Yeah, they didn't set that up very good on the tunnel screen, as you said, out there to Serrano. If they execute that, he probably turns inside and gets in the end zone. Didn't get it blocked. Didn't get it executed. 2nd and 10 from the 12-yard line.
Once again, 2 receivers, top and bottom. Likes to go for Serrano in this situation. And he is at the top, but Reyes is going to be flushed out of the pocket, throws underneath. It's going to be caught by number 1, Caden Ellis, at the about the 5-6 yard line, but it'll be short of a 1st down.
Miguel Ramos, watch him come up and make the play right here. Just as he catches it, he's going to get him down to the ground. Good coverage. Good execution by the Rebels there to make that play happen.
Rebels going to bring kind of a heavy set in here. As checking into the ball game at running back is Andrew Hodge. And you can look for him to run right here.
Yep.
And then cuts it up the middle, and he is inside the 1 yard line, 1st and goal for the Rebels.
Yep, can't see who's coming off there. Up off the bottom is number 48 for the Broncos on the tackle. Coming off the bottom of that pile, that is Jason Sanchez making the play.
Well, the Broncos definitely have run a lot of different players in on defense the last few weeks as they're still trying to figure out who fits where. And Hodge this time into the end zone for the Rebel touchdown.
Yep, just straight ahead power blocking. Working their way into the end zone for another touchdown. You see Sanchez coming up off the bottom of that pile a little slowly himself.
Hodge's 3rd rushing touchdown of the season for the Rebels. Maltos looking for his whoa! And that's going to be no good as the snap was way high. Rodriguez did a great job to catch it and get it down, but that is going to be no good on the extra point. So now score 41-22.
Rosa's Cafe's breakfast takes me back to those early mornings. The smell of fresh homemade tortillas filling the air. The warmth of my mother's kitchen wrapped around me like a hug. Rosa's is a taste of home, a reminder of the love and tradition that went into every dish. Taste the authentic flavors of a Rosa's Cafe breakfast. After all, life is better with Rosa's Cafe.
you sure we should take this billboard down?
People find out State Farm does car loans as well as they do insurance. Our bank is through.
Good point. Grab an edge.
Look, there's two guys on the State Farm Borrow Better banking sign.
No, for real, there's two dudes on the State Farm
Borrow Better banking sign. Gentlemen, please get down from the State Farm Borrow Better banking sign. Phil, get the hose.
Okay, he's getting the hose.
All right, let's go.
Want to borrow better? Contact State Farm agent Mike Podzemny about a car loan that can save you hundreds.
So the Broncos, with the miscue on special teams, set the Rebels up with good field position at the Bronco 12-yard line. And they take 4 plays to move it the 12 yards. I can't count. I wrote down 11. That's pathetic. In a minute and 12 seconds, and now lead 41-22 with 4:48 remaining here in the first half. Maltos gets his big boot in it. It's going to be taken down there by Rodriguez at about the 12, and he finds a little gap. Actually, that's Aiden Garcia on the return. He's going to be out to the 24-yard line where the Broncos will take over 1st and 10. So 4:42 left here in the first half. Broncos had a big push, got back into this ball game. Momentum has swung back on the other side of the field now. Important for the Bronco offense to pick up some yardage, move the ball here, and try and get down and get a score, and they will get the ball then again to start the second half. So Medrano is going to bring them out. Carmona is going to be in the backfield again, going to have 3 receivers split up top. Benjamin Matthews all by his lonesome down here at the bottom, as Medrano's pass is going to fall incomplete. Intended, looked like they had set up a wide receiver screen out there. So a 2nd and 10 for the Broncos. This time Baldonado is going to, looks like line up as an H-back. He's going to start there anyway. 2 receivers top, 1 receiver bottom. And there's the handoff. And quickly outside, I believe that's Carmona for the Broncos. He's going to get dragged down out close to the 30-yard line. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 6 now for that Bronco offense. Marking back at the 29, so we're going to call it a 3rd and 5 as a 5-yard gain on that play. Broncos need to make a little hay here. The blitz is coming and just nowhere to go as quickly through the middle. Alex Garcia for the Rebels, and Medrano has nowhere to go but down. And the Rebels are going to take a timeout here.
Timeout Legacy.
We'll take it with them.
At Odessa College, every journey begins with a dream as unique as you. Whether starting at a young age or maybe reshaping your career, it's time to unlock your potential. From cutting-edge medical fields to continuing education, we design 2 years as well as 4-year programs to fit your passion. Our faculty thrive on being mentors, empowering the next generation of creative thinkers, pioneers, and leaders. Because at Odessa College, you're not just a number, you're family. Register now for the upcoming semester for an experience as unique as you.
Welcome back to our Trans Global Productions High School Football Game of the Week. As always, our Trans Global Productions games are brought to you and produced and directed by none other than the infamous, the lovely, the wonderful Bob Bailey. And Medrano now with a little quick kick action, and he gets under it, and that is going to be a missed kick and a miscue for the Broncos, and the Rebels are going to have another short field starting at the Bronco 29-yard line.
Yeah, the special teams have, as we've already talked about and noticed a little bit tonight, have been a little weak. A
little slanted in the Rebels' favor.
Slanted, yeah. They have not executed in the special teams kicking game tonight, and they're going to put their defense, their backs up against the wall at the Bronco 29. See if they can make a play. A turnover would be great here.
Well, the Rebels going to go with an empty set in the backfield. 3 receivers bottom, 2 up top. Serrano is in the slot at the bottom of your screen, but they're going to go to the top. And the turf monster is going to bring down, I can't tell if that's Iglesias or that was either Iglesias or Scuda Lassiter.
I think that might have been Scuda.
He is going to make the catch for a 4-yard gain down to the 25-yard line. Reyes this time fires out for Rodriguez. He's inside the 20, but I tell you what, he has stood up there and going the wrong way.
On the field was the runner's forward progress was stopped.
24, Jesus Villa making the play.
Result of the play is a first down.
They're going to have it all the way down to the 18-yard line as Cisco Rodriguez, number 11, makes that catch. And there's Serrano, and he is going to be up the middle, and he's going to have a Rebel first down too.
Yeah. See a whole host of Broncos. Landon Wilkerson, one of those there to make the play. They're just running tempo right now, trying to wear this Bronco defense out as you see Tony Romo coming in, play one of the defensive tackle positions.
So first and goal for this Rebel team from the 6-yard line. Serrano in the backfield at the running back slot. Reyes is going to look to throw it, and he fires, and it's going to be caught by the Rebels.
18. That's
Scuda Lassiter.
Yep, Scuda making the play on the slant.
So there you see the Rebels this time going to line up and go for 2. As coaches have a little card, they have a little sheet that tells you when you should go for 2 and when you shouldn't, depending on the score.
Rebels still don't have enough people on the field. Running back a little late getting on as they go for 2 here.
Andrew Hodge is that running back. Actually, no, that was Rogers. Oh, pass is going to be broken up there, intended out here for number 5, Caden Iglesias, but broken up by the Broncos. And so your score remains the Legacy Rebels 47, the Odessa High School Broncos 22.
Rexco! The Texas oil boom has returned, and Rexco Poly Fittings is your Lone Star choice in polyethylene, steel, and brass needs with a wide variety to choose from. Locally owned and operated in the Permian Basin since 1982, Rexco's experienced staff will help you get the right fittings and valves to help you get the job done. Go to RexcoPoly.com. Rexco, your poly supply company located in Midland and Odessa. Rexco!
So the Rebels with a little 4-play drive, 29 yards, and culminated by the 6-yard touchdown pass to Scuda Lassiter for the Rebels. I believe that is his first touchdown of the season for the Rebels, and their lead now 47-22 is the 2-point conversion, no good. Maltos on once again to do the kicking for the Rebels. It's going to be taken there at the 20-yard line on the run by, I believe that's Aiden Garcia again, and he's going to carry about 4 white jerseys out over the 35-yard line.
Yep, they're going to have a pretty good field position at 39, 2:36 left on the clock. Broncos only have a timeout left in their back pocket. Let's see if they can put the points together, get a drive together and get some points. Maybe get a little momentum going into the half.
Well, you know, they had the momentum, but boy, it shifted in a heartbeat on the kickoff return. And that's going to leave the Rebels with that 3-score lead right now. Receivers 3 at the bottom. Medrano with time in the pocket, but it's going to collapse, and he's going to go down on the sack. I believe that's number 94 for the Rebels there, Drew Nicias. On the sack, his maybe his first sack of the year. Second sack of the year for Nicias.
Nothing open down the field there, Clay. And as you said, boy, that Rebel pressure really collapsed that pocket in a hurry.
2nd and 12 for the Broncos. Going to have 2 receivers, top and bottom. Valdez in the backfield. We did see him catch that screen pass up the middle earlier in the half. But he's just staying in to block. He's got him open. as Rodriguez ran by somehow the speedy Nick Moore, but the pass just a little bit too long for Bo.
Rebel coaches are asking Moore over there, hey, how does that guy get behind you like that?
Man.
And he's looking at him, Coach, I don't have any idea. He's a little quicker than I thought.
Yeah.
You got a, 25-point lead? Well, I didn't think they were going to throw it that deep that fast, Coach.
3rd and 12 now for the Broncos. Medrano looks like may have got his arm hit, not sure, but the pass behind Benjamin Matthews, coverage out there by Weldon Cooks. And a 4th and 12 for the Broncos, and I'm assuming they're going to bring that punting team on.
Yes, they are. And they need to get this blocked. I'm talking about protected and get the kickoff.
Got to get them out there on time so you have time to do it. And it looks like they are going to. No, there's still one short.
I still think they're another one.
Armando Baeza checking into the ball game there for the Broncos. Don't think he's supposed to be there, but they're not going to get that off as clock expires.
Delay of game. Offense number 43. It's a 5-yard penalty, and it remains 4th down.
So that's going to move the ball back to the 29-yard line, excuse me. And the Broncos will try and boot it from there. Evan Sanchez on to kick the ball. Broncos do have 11 out there.
Yes, it is. Boy, they came after it again, too.
And that's going to be a flag. And so that is going to be
he's hurt.
That is going to go against the Rebels, and a big mistake there by DJ Brock, and he knows it.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker. Defense number 24. It's a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down.
Yep, that's going to get the Broncos off the hook.
So that's going to.
Yeah, why are you going after that? Up 25 points, yeah.
So that's going to move it all the way out to the 44-yard line of the Broncos. Still a minute 40, plenty of time, and they should be able to maybe put a drive together and go and punch this in the end zone. They get the ball in the second half, and suddenly it's a ball game again.
Yes, it is. And we've seen them make this close already once tonight. They could do it again here, as you're talking about. Execute, get some points.
So Baldonado at a true H-back position now. Snap is low. Medrano able to pick it up, but going to go absolutely nowhere as he just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Snap didn't help that at all to start that play. Down by his feet. I don't know if that was a design quarterback sweep or not.
May have been I've got to get the heck out of here.
What you can, yeah.
So 2 receivers split up top, 1 bottom for the Broncos as Baldonado remains as the H-back. There goes Valdez, and he just he gets the ball knocked loose, and he coughs it up, and it's going to be recovered out there by the Rebels.
Official timeout on the field for an injured player. Rolling on the field is a fumble, recovered by Legacy, first down.
DJ Block able to come up and recover the fumble for the Rebels. For Brock, that is his second fumble recovery of the year. Didn't see who caused it. We'll be back after this.
Hi, my name is Kevin Mannix. I'm the president and founder of Optimus Physical Therapy. I have practiced in the outpatient setting for the last 18 years in Midland, Odessa.
It is intercepted by Kevin Mannix.
Our professional staff will ensure that your functional goals will be met. Our cutting-edge manual techniques and state-of-the-art equipment allows Optimus to offer an evidence-based treatment approach tailored to each patient's functional recovery. Remember, Optimus Therapy for optimal results.
So the Rebels out, first and down on the 41-yard line of the Broncos. Still got a minute 4 to go here in the first half. And I'm sure a lot of these guys know they're not going to get to play maybe much in the second half, so they're going to be looking to do what they can here as Reyes Fires over Rogers' head, incomplete, so it'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Broncos secondary, good job there to be on where they needed to be and the person that was in their area and force that play. Of course, the pressure helped with that as well. 2nd and 10 from the 41 of the Broncos.
So looks like the Rebels going to split 2 bottom and 2 top again. Mackenzie Rogers in the backfield with sophomore quarterback J.P. Reyes. Reyes, time to throw in the pocket. This time he's going to go deep. Throws, and it's caught by Rodriguez down inside the 5-yard line. 1st down, Rebels.
Yep, Arath Benavides on coverage there, and he just kind of lost his responsibility, the guy there, as he ran up the field and got space to make the catch at the 3-yard line.
38 yards on the pass and catch. Rogers takes the handoff, and he's into the end zone for the Rebel touchdown.
Yep, just off the right side there, a little power action. Got it blocked, and the running back found his way to the end zone for a Legacy touchdown.
Maltos on once again to do the kicking. And the kick is up, and it is good. So we'll be back for the remainder of the first half after this.
Taco Villa combo meals are a great value, and now we have 3 delicious new ways to save on lunch and dinner. Whether you choose 2 flavorful bean burritos and a 20-ounce drink for only $5.99, or 2 of our famous crunchy tacos with a 20-ounce drink for $6.99, or bring a friend and share 3 crunchy tacos, 3 bean burritos, and 2 refreshing 20-ounce drinks for only $17.99. A combo meal at Taco Villa sounds good to me.
So as we return here for the second half, the end of the first half, 38 seconds remaining, and the Rebels with an onslaught here in the the second half of the second quarter, as the Rebels have put up 4 scores here and now lead 54-22.
Yeah, wheels have kind of fallen off here for the Broncos, as Clay said, and as he talked about, with these 4 scores for the Legacy Rebels, they've got to regroup, see if they can still somehow put a drive together, get some points, get some momentum a little bit as they pooch the ball up.
Caught on the run there by, I think that's Aiden Garcia again. Yeah. Once again, he's got 2 white jerseys on his back, and he just carries them on out of bounds with him.
Did a good job of running up and fielding the ball. Found a little crease on the left side of their kickoff return squad and got up to the 40-yard line. That's where the Broncos will start 1st and 10.
Well, 30 seconds remaining, trailing by that score.
1 timeout left.
They got a timeout. I say, let's try and do something here.
Yeah.
Of course, the Rebels are going to have everybody 10, 15 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
They're going to play off and keep everything in front of them.
Well, we thought that earlier, and Rodriguez ran right by Nick Moore. As Carmona's going to carry it over the right side, and it's going to be strung out by the Rebels for a gain of maybe a yard.
Yep, that will probably bring us down to the end of the half. Well, we thought this might be a high-scoring affair tonight, and it has definitely been that in the first half.
It has, and there you see the Broncos are going to concede the first half. Let's go to
that's the end of the first half of play.
House and talk about it. So your score, Midland Legacy 54, the Odessa Broncos 22. We'll be back after this.
Are you sure we should take this billboard down?
People find out State Farm does car loans as well as they do insurance. Our bank is through.
Good point. Grab an edge. Look, there's 2 guys on the State Farm Borrow Better banking sign.
No, for real, there's 2 dudes on the State Farm
Borrow Better banking sign. Gentlemen, please get down from the State Farm Borrow Better banking sign. Phil, get the hose.
Okay, he's getting the hose.
All right, let's go.
Want to borrow better? Contact State Farm agent Mike Podzemny about a car loan that can save you hundreds.
At Odessa College, every journey begins with a dream as unique as you. Whether starting at a young age or maybe reshaping your career, It's time to unlock your potential. From cutting-edge medical fields to continuing education, we designed 2 years as well as 4-year programs to fit your passion. Our faculty thrive on being mentors, empowering the next generation of creative thinkers, pioneers, and leaders. Because at Odessa College, you're not just a number, you're family. Register now for the upcoming semester for an experience as unique as you.
Hey fans, welcome to halftime once again. We're excited to have you with us. As you can tell, we're recording this on College Day around the district, so everybody's wearing their shirts. Go Gators. We have loved bringing you these football games throughout this year. It is hard to imagine that this is our final game of the regular season, but it's been fun having the broadcasts every week, and it has been really fun putting together these halftime shows where we really try to inform and entertain and really engage you into things that the school district is doing in a lot of our priorities. We've got another really good segment coming up for you right now. Our Director of Advanced Academics, Dr. Kristen Vesley, joins us to talk about gifted and talented, advanced placement, international baccalaureate, and some of the choices that you have for your family. Again, this is really good information. We know you're going to enjoy it. Here we go. Tell me a little bit about, let's talk a little bit about gifted and talented, because I think there can be a perception that it's this really super exclusive club. But you want to identify as many kids as possible. So casting a broad net, over the years, this referral process has grown, and it doesn't. A parent may say, "I don't know that that's my kid," but somebody in the family, a friend, may recognize something. So tell me a little bit about how you've broadened at least that net, where you pull kids in and then go through the process of identifying GT kids.
Absolutely. So from the elementaries, every parent, every student receives a letter from their teacher that says, hey, a referral window has opened. If you feel like your student meets some of these characteristics, please refer them. For our community members, we launched 3 years ago an online, very simple Google form that they could fill out and give us some basic information about the student. And then we followed up from our office to ensure that the students got into testing and the parents understood that someone in the world felt like their child may qualify for gifted services. Now understand, gifted doesn't mean that they're the perfect, wonderful little angel child. It literally means that the student thinks differently. There's something in their brain, the way they're wired. They just need a little extra help. So very similar to special education services, but it's the other side of the spectrum. And so to say that a certain demographic or a certain type of student is the only student that can be GT, an elite club, is incorrect, right? So anybody can end up being neurodivergent. Anybody can have ADHD or dyslexia or any of those kind of things. Gifted and talented is just another one of those designations that says, hey, your brain works differently. You just need acceleration, you need enrichment, you need a little bit extra help that's different than the help that other people need. So that's what gifted and talented services do. So with that referral process, we found students that don't fit that elite club look, you know, that cookie cutter square hole that we try to imagine that that's what all the kids are. So we've expanded the program quite a bit as a result of that. And we want to cast that wide net. We want to make sure that we find every student that needs help, because we want every student in the district to reach their full potential, not just a certain group.
That, and at the end, that's it. You know, an excellent educational experience for every student, no matter what they may need. Okay, so tell me a little bit about the difference between GT and AP. They kind of get blended with this. Oh, it's harder. It's up here teaching. So what advanced placement falls under your purview as well. So tell us a little bit about AP, maybe contrast compared to GT.
Okay, so gifted and talented again is a special service. So it's a special population. Within advanced placement classes, those gifted and talented students receive those special services that they need. So kind of in an inclusion type setting.
Sure.
Advanced placement is an acceleration program. So we accelerate students into college level curriculum. So any student, it's open enrollment for AP. Any student in the district that wants to challenge themselves or just loves a subject and wants to get some college credit, they can jump into that realm. So open enrollment, they jump in. We actually have a process called opt-out where, because not every student comes and knocks on our door and says, hey, please put me in the hardest class you can. That's just not what typical high school students do. So with opt-out, if a student meets her master's on their STAR test, then the following year they are automatically placed into the advanced class, whether it's honors or AP. And they then have the option with their parent to opt out of the class.
Good.
But we put them in there to begin with so that they don't even have to knock on a door. There is no door. They're just there, and then they can decide if that's for them or not. So within AP, they are sitting under a teacher that's trained by the College Board, and the classes, and we say it's rigorous, but what does that mean? So what that means is College Board looked at the first year, second year of college curriculum for that course, and they made a course for high school students that mirrors that course in the college. And it's at a national standard. And at this point, AP has gone international, so it's actually at an international standard. So when a student completes an AP course and takes the AP exam at the end and makes a qualifying score, they get college credit. But even if they don't make that qualifying score, colleges look at it and they understand that they're looking at a national standard class. The curriculum is a national class, as opposed to some other things that are local that there's some deviation and some characterizations based on the community that this class is being taken in.
That's really good. Okay, you said honors in there.
Did.
Okay,
I did.
Explain honors in AP.
Sure. So before a student gets into AP, because they cannot take AP classes until high school, let me preface this. In our district right now, we have no students that are taking AP before high school. Nobody has accelerated that quickly at this time. So what we have in middle school is our honors classes. So those are classes that are scaffolded and built specifically to lead into AP classes. So for example, 6th grade social studies, leading into 7th grade social studies, leading into 8th grade social studies, all of those honors classes are learning the same standards as the grade level classes, but they're learning them at an accelerated pace or a deeper level. And those classes are patterned and follow a framework that looks very similar to AP Human Geography, which is what those students would take as a freshman in high school.
Very good, very good. Let's talk, I know you want to have an opportunity here to talk a little bit about International Baccalaureate, because that is a big push for the district here. Odessa High just celebrated 20 years at the end of the last school year being an IB school.
They did.
Tell us a little bit about International Baccalaureate and what is now in place and about to be in place for Ector County ISD families to choose from.
Absolutely. So the International Baccalaureate is a international program. It's run by the International Baccalaureate Organization. I mean, that's a shocking name. What they do is they have a philosophy of education that all students deserve access to what would traditionally be considered a private education. So it is a private school education for public school students. Similar to AP, where the teachers are trained by College Board, the IBO comes in and they train the teachers in the schools. So the entire school is trained from the principal, which we call head of school, all the way down to the custodians. Everybody in the school is trained in this philosophy of community, inquiry-based learning, where everything is questions. The students own their own learning. without going in too deep into the nitty gritty and the nuts and bolts of
But I know you would like to.
Oh, I could go on for hours.
We could talk about this for a while.
We
yes.
absolutely could.
That's great.
So it allows the students to really take ownership and personalize their own learning. At the elementary level, the students are learning in a single class all the curricula, and they all intertwine. So they don't go to math for 45 minutes and then reading for an hour and 20 minutes and then this one for this and that for that. It's all together in a thematic unit, and all of the courses are together. They're learning all the same standards as everybody else. It's just the way that they're learning. It's the plate that it's served on. So when they go from elementary, which we call primary years program, into the middle years program, which is the middle school, they go from this kind of universal themes, we're all one community working together, into 8 core classes as opposed to 4 core classes. So it's no longer math, science, reading, and social studies. It's now math, science, reading, social studies, PE, fine arts, design, and foreign language. The goal is that when they come out of middle school, that they're bilingual. So they take 3 full years of a foreign language. So French or Spanish is what's going to be offered at our MYP program. And then they leave that 3-year program and they go into Odessa High School, where they join the International Honors classes for 2 years. And then they get into the diploma program at Odessa High, which, as you stated, is in its 20th year. Actually, this is its 21st year.
21st year.
Super exciting.
Yeah.
It's a program that's been very successful. It's stayed very small. But the number of students that have been successful within that program is really good. With this expansion that we're doing, last year Crockett became a candidate school.
Yes.
In the fall, we will have IB coming in. They will walk through the campus and they'll give us their seal of approval. And projected right now, January of 2026, Crockett will be an IB school.
There you go.
And
a year from now, basically.
Pretty much a year from now.
Okay.
So we're very excited, and they're doing so much good work there. But that's not all.
No, it's not.
It's not. So this year, P's began the journey to become our PYP. So they will, within the next couple of months, file for candidacy and begin that journey. And so next year, they will be a candidate school. And then January of the following year, they should, all things done right, all I's dotted, T's crossed, they should be a full IB school.
PYP meaning?
Primary Years Program.
Primary Years Program. And so we're talking about kindergarten through high school graduation.
Correct.
Wow, 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 wow. Really quick as we're wrapping up here.
Yes.
Thank you again for coming in here.
Absolutely.
But I'd like to, just for the parents, draw something really quickly here. So advanced academics, we're at halftime of the football game.
Yes.
So much training, so much exercise, so much prep goes into what the players are doing on Friday. They don't just walk in the door and are ready to perform at a high school level like this. They're being pushed daily to get bigger, stronger, faster, understand at a deeper level. Advanced academics basically does that for kids. I mean, really, all teaching should do it. But advanced academics, you're talking about ways to challenge yourself as a student. Parents thinking about this, pushing your kids beyond what they think they might be capable of doing, really making them sweat mentally. Really, that's your goal?
Absolutely. Productive struggle is what makes us grow. So we want to put students into a place where they're not guaranteed success. We want to put them into a place where they may encounter some obstacles. They may encounter some struggles. But our teachers are there. Our teams are there. We support them. I have specialists at every grade level that come in and help teachers if they have students that they just can't help. So there's plenty of supports. There's plenty of opportunity. But we don't grow unless there's opposition.
There you go. And so advanced academics, growing academically, mentally, emotionally, all of those things that go into it.
Absolutely.
Really good stuff. Dr. Kristen Vesley, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
This was fun. We're coming back with more. In fact, we got a feature coming up. Think of building a love of reading combined with Halloween, bringing storybooks to life. It's a really good story. Stay with us.
How did the ghost stories work for you? All right. Okay. made some good choices. These look like they're going to be fun.
Once upon a time, in the heart of Austin Montessori Elementary School, there was a librarian named Mr. Simmons. He was no ordinary librarian. No, he possessed superpowers that made reading come alive in the most extraordinary ways.
What I want to do for the kids is to have them enjoy coming to the library, because I hope if they feel a love for coming here, they're never going to remember who I am, but years from now, I hope they'll still have a love for books.
The monkey. I got these books. Monkey chapter books.
Mr. Simmons spent countless hours perfecting the art of engaging the children of Austin in learning. He made it fun.
I want them to use their minds in a different way than just memorizing a lesson out of a book. Like, a lot of riddles have a word that has multiple meanings, and that's where the humor lies. And so the child starts to think about more than one meaning for a word. I've got a Halloween riddle for you. If you get this right, you get a prize from the prize drawer. What is a mummy's favorite kind of music?
Often, he combined his love for literature with the classic allure of the storybook hero.
Another way, too, is to just try to make the characters in the book come alive. So to make that happen, I'll tell them stories in class, but I'll also dress up in costumes so that then it's not just some words or a picture, but it's a person who's making the story real instead of just a series of pages in a book.
Who have you dressed up like?
I've got a wizard costume that looks like something coming out of Harry Potter or King Arthur's Merlin. I've got Superman, I've got Spider-Man, a turkey for Thanksgiving, Santa Claus. There's a baby New Year for the start of the new year. I've got the Easter Bunny for Easter time. I've got the Cat in the Hat for Dr. Seuss's birthday. I've got a little old grandmother for Mother's Day. So it just keeps going.
Do you see the positive impact? Do you feel like kids get excited about reading and looking for books when you bring the stories to life here for them?
Yes, I do, because when I share a story with them, something that's really heartwarming is as soon as I finish the story, they'll come up and say, "Where can I find the book?" And that's the whole idea.
I'm trying to find scare books. Boo! These are scare books. A ghost ship is a boat that sails with no...
You didn't come through a wall.
And so Mr. Simmons made school exciting. Not just a place, but an enchanting experience filled with the costumes and the stories and the riddles and smiles and friendly greetings.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. When I was in high school, I came across a quote from William Penn. He said, "I shall pass through this world but once. Therefore, whatever good I can do, or whatever kindness I can extend to any fellow creature, let me do it now, for I shall not pass this way again." And I love that, and that's kind of become my guiding light all through my life. And so that's really the motivation for everything I do in the library, whether it's the costumes or the stories or even just trying to say something one-on-one with a child who's bringing a book up to check out. If I can make them feel good, if I can do something that makes them feel energized, then that's what I go for.
This is about tomorrow. Our thriving, living world. Look around. See the world with new eyes. Realize our actions, the impact, and the size. choice we make, every step that we take leaves a footprint on tomorrow. Because of me, because of you, because of us, we can make a difference. Are you ready for more? Join our team of change makers.
Well, welcome back to Ratliff Stadium. We're getting ready to start the second half here in a few minutes. The Broncos started off in the hole and fought back and made it a really close ball game, and then the wheels kind of fell off, mainly on special teams, I think, and just kind of sucked the life out of them there. So see if they can get some things straightened out in the locker room at halftime and maybe come back and make a ball game of this yet. So statistically, Kyle is going to visit with us now about a little bit of how the first half went.
Well, it kind of went in most cases about like the first half did scoreboard-wise and on the field. There are a few similarities that are statistics that are close. If you look at the total yards, Legacy in the first half had 234 yards of total offense to 229 for OHS.
That's very deceiving.
That is very deceiving. It was a lot closer in the statistical category there than it is on the scoreboard. You have to remember now, as you said, the special teams really kind of took over in that first half. The Legacy had, 3 kickoffs to return for a touchdown, and they blocked 2 punts in the first half. Just some individual numbers rushing the ball. Number 33, George Valdez, is the leading ball carrier for the Broncos. He had 2 carries for 22 yards. They only had 46 total in the first half. They went most of theirs in the airways, 183 through the air on the left arm of Santiago Medrano, who was 11 of 24 in that first half. And I do believe he had at least 1 touchdown pass to Baldonado. Also had one to number 38, Leland Carmona. But Medrano was 11 of 24, 183 yards. No big surprise who his favorite receiver was. That's number 88. That's Kobe Baldonado, 6 receptions for 62 yards and a touchdown. Broncos had 13 first downs in the first half, and as I said, that 229 yards of total offense in that half. For the Legacy Rebels, they ran the ball for 63 yards in that first half, led by Mackenzie Rogers, 9 carries for 40 yards. And number 4, Aiden Serrano, actually ran the ball a couple times, 2 times for 24 yards. He was their leading receiver in the first half, 3 catches for 37, along with number 11, Cisco Rodriguez, had 3 catches for 56. And each of those 2 guys had 2 touchdowns each in the first half. Their quarterback, J.P. Reyes, 11 of 15, 171 yards, and he had 5 touchdown passes in that first half. The Rebels only had 7 first downs in that first half, 13 for Odessa High. But again, the telltale is special teams and the inability for OHS at times to stop them and keep their high-powered offense, I'm talking about Legacy, in check with their quarterback throwing 5 touchdowns in that first half.
Well, you're talking about the total yardage game. The Legacy Rebels, their 3 scoring drives in the second quarter were 12 yards, 29 yards, and 41 yards. So
yeah, they started with short fields.
That's all 3 of those together is one long drive.
Yes.
So they had 3 short drives there. And even in the first quarter, their worst starting position was on their own 33. So they have had the short field advantage, and a lot of that is due to special teams.
Yes, it has.
But the Broncos, 21 points directly related to turnovers.
Famous coach, you and I both know, always talked about the 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, special teams. You mentioned it in the first half. You have to be solid in all 3, and they were not at times, especially in the special teams area. I'm talking about the Broncos in that first half. Well, district-wise, we've got a ball game over in Midland now. The Bulldogs are up 21-3 at one point. The Panthers have cut it to 21-18 going into the fourth quarter. So that's turned into a 21-18.
That's a good ball game. What about the Friendship Angelo ball game?
What I'm looking up right now. Friendship had a comfortable lead at one point early in that game up in Friendship. It's 28-7. It says right now
as they vie for that undisputed district championship up there.
They've got 2 outstanding receivers. We saw them last week that are both D1 commits, going to be D1 commits. I think one of them's being highly recruited by Tech, and the other's got about 5 or 6.
But he's only a junior.
Right. He can't do anything anyway.
Nope.
For another year.
And, of course, we came in tonight. All 4 playoff spots had already been wrapped up in the district. Legacy and Permian will represent District 26A in Division 1.
Big school.
As Lee has an enrollment. I like this. Legacy has an enrollment of, according to what I read, 3,570.5.
0.5.
Yeah, so I don't know if we have any Andy Griffith fans watch this broadcast, but if you do, you'd know what I was talking about when Opie says, "I ain't never seen one, Paul." Ain't never seen what? Half a boy.
Half a boy, yeah.
Permian is the largest school with 4,905 students, and then Friendship and Midland High will represent the district in the Division 2 6A playoffs. Permian will play at El Paso Eastlake next week. Legacy will either host or visit El Paso Franklin, depending on what Franklin does against El Paso Pebble Hills tonight. Midland High will either host or visit El Paso Pebble Hills, depending on what they do against the Panthers tonight. And then, of course, Friendship will have a home game against either El Paso Coronado, El Paso Montwood, or El Paso Eastwood, who came out here and played the Broncos early in the season.
Yep.
So that's what's going on with the playoffs in the district tonight. Is really not a whole lot to play for other than Midland High. Everyone else's fate has been decided.
And I heard last night out here at the stadium, depending on what happens tonight, that Permian playoff game could be as early as Thursday night in El Paso.
Wow. There's the kick's going to be taken and booted, and it's going to go out of bounds, so the Broncos will retain possession. Nathan just handed me a score that El Paso Franklin did indeed beat El Paso Pebble Hills. So the Rebels and the Franklin will flip or call the zip code, whatever they do, to decide who is the home team.
They have the same record?
Right. Next week. They're both representing the district as the same seed. They're both the number 2 seed in the district.
Wow.
So the Broncos, 2 receivers to the bottom of your screen. Bo Rodriguez is going to be out at the top of your screen, and Medrano is going to hand the ball off. And up the middle, I believe that's going to be Aiden Garcia out for a gain of about 5 to the 30-yard line.
Good blocking up front by that Bronco offensive line, getting a push, moving that defensive front, the line of scrimmage up 5 yards. They got 5 on first down, 2nd and 5.
Actually, Avila in the backfield.
See if there's any safeties. Well, they're bringing those safeties up tight, a little closer than normal. Got one deep back here.
Throws underneath, intended for Matthews, but well short, as a little bit too much pressure on Medrano.
Got somebody right in his face. I didn't get the number there.
So that's going to bring up, 3rd and 5.
Tried to step up and couldn't do it, Clay. No. Let's see what happens here on 3rd and 5.
Going to move 3 receivers out to the top of the screen. Matthews remains as lone receiver at the bottom of your screen.
Throw the bubble up top. Here comes pressure. Oh, look at there.
Picked up by the Broncos, and Medrano's going to have a first down plus. Avila downfield blocking for him, as well as Matthews.
Levi Martinez, number 21, coming up to give him a little shot as he gets out of bounds there. But Medrano made the right read there, keeping the play alive with his feet.
Yep.
Scooting on up toward the Broncos sideline here for a first down at the 41.
Great job by the left side of that Bronco offensive line, because DJ Brock timed his blitz perfectly.
Yeah, they brought
He had a full head of steam, but they were able to pick it up. Avila's going to fight ahead for a gain of about 3 on first down.
Yep. In the middle part of that Bronco offensive line, I believe that's 52 at the center position, Jacob Gutierrez. Try to get a couple of those other numbers there. 57 up front, Jesus Carrillo helping to do the job. Number 60 on the right side, that's Julian Guevara. I'll get the other 2 here in just a second.
2nd and 7, Medrano on the roll. Got his receiver, but not able to hit him on a full sprint, not able to hit. Perales had snuck behind the defensive backs.
Aiden Ortiz, number 67, and 74, Vicente Cervantes round out the offensive line. But you're right, Nathan was hollering between us here, set your feet, throw that ball. He's running by himself up the numbers in front of the Rebel bench.
You know, the Broncos' second touchdown last week, they brought in Ortega at quarterback, number 16, Joe Ortega, and he actually handed off to Medrano, who then threw the ball to Perales for about an 85-yard touchdown.
Colby Baldonado there trying to run the little out route from the slot or the tight end position. Just didn't get him the ball. It kind of was incomplete. And that'll make it 4th and about 7. Let's see if the Broncos decide to go.
Well,
I think they're going to, Clay.
They appear
what
to be.
What do they got to lose?
Yeah, you got nothing to lose at this point of the ball game.
Right.
See if we can make a play here, get us back in it. Rebels going to put pressure again. Medrano flushed out, throws underneath, and this one's going to be incomplete, intended for Perales. But the Broncos will turn it over on downs to the Rebels.
Yep. Rolled him out to the left toward his dominant hand side so he could get something on that ball. Just a little late with the delivery there, I think.
Yeah, but he's still, I mean, even at your dominant side, if you're at a full sprint, it's still difficult to get the ball exactly where you want it with a lot of mustard.
For sure. Bronco defense coming out for their first series of the second half.
Probably be the last series we see some of the first teamers for the Rebels here. As in the backfield is sophomore Hayes Ham, that running back. Iglesias in motion. Reyes steps up in the pockets, got plenty of time, but throws behind the receiver, Cisco Rodriguez, covered there, I believe, by Trey Gerald.
Yeah, he had good coverage there. One-on-one right in the middle of the field, right where he needed to be, timed his hit, contact just as the ball got there. Incomplete, 2nd and 10.
11 on 11 there.
Yep.
Rebels once again, 2 receivers split top and bottom. Handoff to Ham up the middle, and he's just going to fall in behind that big offensive line for a gain of about 5.
Christian Zubiate making the play from his defensive end position for the Broncos. They got about 5 yards there on 2nd down.
3rd down for the Rebels. Broncos look like they're going to rush 4, and they are. Reyes swings it out, and Ham bobbles it but makes the catch, and he will have a 1st down at the 28-yard line.
17 on the coverage. Brian Bejarano there. A little late getting out here to the flat on that little swing pass. And they have a 1st down at the 28-yard line.
Reyes quickly to Serrano. He's got a whole host of blockers in front of him, but he's going to be stopped, but not before he has a Rebel 1st down at the 13.
Yeah, watch our instant replay. Just a little quick tunnel screen. Got some guys out front. And made the play all the way up before number 48 for the Broncos. That is Jason Sanchez.
Ham right up the gut for the Rebels. Touchdown, Midland Legacy.
Yeah, they just got the blocking done up front there and got that running back a spot to get on up the field and into the end zone. 1st touchdown for the Rebels here in the 2nd half.
2nd rushing touchdown for the sophomore running back, Hayes Ham. Maltos may be the tiredest young man in the stadium tonight. The kick is up, and it is good. So they increase the lead now 60-22. We'll be back.
At Sewell, we know that cherished memories are made in the simplest moments. And those memories are made one play at a time. Sewell, where unforgettable moments begin.
The Texas oil boom has returned, and Rexco Poly Fittings is your Lone Star choice in polyethylene, steel, and brass needs with a wide variety to choose from. Locally owned and operated in the Permian Basin since 1982, Rexco's experienced staff will help you get the right fittings and valves to help you get the job done. Go to RexcoPoly.com. Rexco, your poly supply company located in Midland and Odessa.
Welcome back to our Friday night Trans Global Production High School Football Game of the Week. The Rebels with the short field again take it 44 yards in 5 plays, 1minute 11 seconds. And Hayes Ham takes it in from 13 yards out for his 2nd rushing touchdown of the season. I was incorrect on the score once again. 61. I left off the extra point to 22 now for the Rebels.
Short field to work with. We talked about that in our halftime pregame stuff. When you got a short field, you can pretty much dictate what you want to do. There's that little squib kick again. Pooch kick, I should say.
Well, it's dangerous when that hits the ground because you're not sure which way that's going to bounce. No. But Andrew Rodriguez takes it on the run, and the Broncos will start at their own 31-yard line.
Still 21-18 over in Midland right now between the Bulldogs and Panthers. Of course, those games, when you're dealing with the Bulldogs, they're going to go a little faster because they run the ball the majority of the time. So let's see what the Bronco offense comes out, tries to do here on the 2nd drive for them on the 2nd possession of the 2nd half.
A little bit low on the snap. Medrano is able to field it, gets it, and fires it. And it's caught out there, I believe, by Noah Hinton, number 84, but he is met by about 3 white jerseys for a no gain.
Yeah, they didn't fool anybody. They're trying to run their own little tunnel screen out there. wide receiver screen, and it just Legacy read that very well.
2nd and 10 for the Broncos. Going to be a little press coverage, but they are going to have a safety over top at the top of your screen. Medrano with time to throw, steps in the pocket intended for Baldonado, but just led him a little too much.
Yep, he saw that route coming late from the near side all the way across toward the Rebel bench. Saw that at the last moment, tried to fit that in, and just did not get it there.
Well, coverage was there.
Yep.
There were 3. He was surrounded.
3 white shirts there.
He was surrounded, so better to lead him too much than not enough. As the one thing the Broncos definitely cannot afford is a turnover. 3rd and 10. Now, as Medrano has Baldonado lined up in the middle, he's going to hand it off to Carmona. He bounces outside, still on his feet with some tough running. He's going to be only a yard short. Look for the Broncos to probably go for it.
Yep, skip pulled Baldonado coming from the H position from right side to left and kicked out. That's where the back went, and they almost pulled it off, got 9 yards there. On 3rd down, 4th and 1. Broncos going for it.
Got to go, and there's the handoff.
Oh, he did. He just got it. No,
it's going to be close. The mark is going to be short.
Yeah,
as Carmona, it looks like, is going to come up about a half a yard short of what was needed.
Nathan called it. He said he was going to be short, and he is. And they're going to turn the ball over and give Legacy another short field to work with just outside the Bronco 40-yard line.
7:24 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. They're going to put it up. They're going to mark it close enough to the 40-yard line. That's what we're going to call it. This drive will start from the 40.
Think they're going for it, Clay, just because they've had some trouble with their special teams, or just trying to make something happen?
Just trying to make something happen, I think. So 1st and 10 now for the Rebels. Reyes remains in the ball game. He fires quickly. Ball's going to be caught there by Iglesias. He's going to have a 1st down just over the 30-yard line.
Trey Gerald making the tackle from the back end. He just hooked up into that open area out there before Trey could get there and knock his feet out and get him down on the ground.
You know, I'm going to call that back. I don't think that was Iglesias. I think that might be Sang Lian.
Yeah.
Number 6 on the catch. I cannot tell a 6 from a 5 when those jerseys roll up to save my life. Another 1st down for the Rebels. And this time, that's Hodge on the carry. He's around the right side. He's going to be inside the Bronco 10. Tried to strip the ball, not able to do it. Going to have a 1st and goal at the 5-yard line, a 24-yard carry for Andrew Hodge.
Miguel Ramos and Martin Alva, respectively, for the Bronco defense, trying to get him down, and not before he gets to about the 5-yard line.
Hodge came into the ball game with 125 yards rushing on the season, has also caught a pass out of the backfield. So 1st and goal, 2 receivers top and bottom for the Rebels. They throw quickly to Caden Ellis, and the Broncos are ready for it, and he is going to get a generous marking yard. He's going to bring up a 2nd and goal from the 4.
Watch Dominic Taylor come right there. Clay gets a piece of him. He read it, got blocked, but still got off of it and got out there and got the tackle made to the 4.
So play clock, I don't know, it started with a lot of time this time. 2nd and goal for the Rebels. 3 receivers split at the bottom of your screen, 1 up top. And Hodge is going to take it around that right side again, and he is going to be into the end zone for the Rebel touchdown.
Yep, just a little sweep off to the right side there. Got the edge sealed off and allowed that Legacy running back to get on around the corner and get in for another Legacy touchdown.
So Now on to do the kicking is going to be number 44, Stephen Verastugi.
That's easy for you to say.
Yeah, I'm probably way off on that. He has done some kicking this year. He was 4 of 5, now 5 of 6 on the extra point. So your score now reads 68-22.
Rosa's Cafe's breakfast takes me back to those early mornings. The smell of fresh homemade tortillas filling the air. The warmth of my mother's kitchen wrapped around me like a hug. Rosa's is a taste of home, a reminder of the love and tradition that went into every dish. Taste the authentic flavors of a Rosa's Cafe breakfast. After all, life is better with Rosa's Cafe.
Hi, my name is Kevin Mannix. I'm the president and founder of Optimus Physical Therapy. I have practiced in the outpatient setting for the last 18 years in Midland, Odessa.
It is intercepted by Kevin Mannix.
Our professional staff will ensure that your functional goals will be met. Our cutting-edge manual techniques and state-of-the-art equipment allows Optimus to offer an evidence-based treatment approach tailored to each patient's functional recovery. Remember, Optimus Therapy for optimal results.
Well, a 40-yard drive, not 40 plays. That's old school for sure. 4 plays, 40 yards for the Rebels in 2 minutes and 4 seconds.
40 plays, Lee might have gone, or Legacy might have gone back to the wishbone.
Yeah, really. 3 yards at a time.
Yep, the old days of Isaac Garnett, Walter Thurman, or Tyrone Thurman and Walter Jones.
Yep, that's some old school there.
Old school, yep.
That's going to be fair caught over there by the Broncos. I think that's Hauser. No, that's Avila making the fair catch. So the Broncos will take over at their own 25-yard line.
Nathan was giving us the stat. How many plays have they run? 37. Legacy's run 37 plays, and again, that goes along with having that short field. They don't have to run as many plays as most teams do. Broncos have the ball 1st and 10 at the 25. See if they can put a drive together and get some points.
Aiden Garcia's checked back into the backfield. Sophomore running back. I think made his varsity debut last week in San Angelo. He's going to pick up about 4 on 1st down.
3 Rebels there, led by number 46 for them, or it might be 48. Jason Sanchez coming up to make the tackle. Got about 3-4 yards there on 1st down.
Well, if it was 46, that's Dayton Minahan.
Official time out of the field for number 84, Broncos.
Wow, he got his own official timeout all by himself.
Pretty good deal.
Yeah. 2nd down and 6 for the Broncos.
May have an equipment problem. He's coming over here. Talk to the trainer about maybe some equipment on his
helmet.
Yeah.
Baldonado with the carry, but absolutely nowhere to go as he's met by 3 white jerseys, led by number 90, Ben Cano.
Yep, made it happen, Mr. Ben. Lost a yard, actually 2 yards there on 2nd down. 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8. Broncos look like they're going to go with 3 receivers bottom, 1 up top. Looks like number 18, Victor Galindo, is checked in at the H-back tight end position for the Broncos now. Pressure, Medrano out of the pocket. He's got Peralta. No, he's got Bo Rodriguez all by himself, and he tiptoes through the tulips with the catch for the Broncos.
Way to go, Tiny Tim.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Our Odessa College Instant Replay will show it to you. And just roll to the left. Somehow he just was left wide open, and look at that. Wow, what a catch. Got those feet down and made the catch at the 43-yard line of Legacy.
That's his 2nd big catch. Sideline, same sideline.
Man.
So
good body control, good concentration to make that catch and keep the drive alive for the Bronco offense.
Another junior for the Broncos, so we'll have another year of eligibility as Aiden Garcia. Man, I tell you what, he runs hard.
Got up inside there. They pulled the left guard, coming around to the right, kicking out, and he just ran right in behind that and got about 5 yards on first down.
Broncos' best drive since early in the second quarter, as they have a 2nd and 5 from the Rebel 38-yard line. Got 2 receivers on the bottom of your screen, 1 on top. Got tight end lined up as well. And there goes Garcia, and he's going to have about another 3 down to the 35.
Ball came popping out late, but I think forward progress was already stopped at the 36. So it's going to be 3rd and about 3 for the Bronco offense.
It's Perales up top with Bo Rodriguez. 2 receivers also down here at the bottom of your screen. I think that I don't know if that's Galindo or Favila. Maybe Israel Favila actually in the slot for the Broncos.
Look at there.
As Garcia is going to have the first down plus a couple all the way down to the 31-yard line.
Yep, good blocking off that left side of the Bronco offensive line. Get that ball carrier up before he's down at the 31 of Legacy. First down.
So that is indeed Favila. That is a 5. So Israel Favila, not Victor Galindo, in. And he's going to be running out of that H-back position right now for the Broncos. And Medrano rolls. He's got Bo Rodriguez wide open.
Goodness.
But just cannot hit him.
Somebody going to sleep on that back end of that Legacy secondary.
Well, they've got a whole host of new folks in the ball game right now.
A little playing time.
So,
yep.
Bring up 2nd and 10 for the Broncos.
Little PT there. 2:01 left on the incompletion.
2 minutes and 1 second remaining here in the third quarter. As Medrano looks things over, got trips to the bottom of the screen. Bo Rodriguez to the top, is going to hand it to Garcia. He bobbles it and carries it ends up with the wrong hand. You don't want it in your left arm running left, but able to hang on to it for a gain of only 1.
Yeah, Rebel defensive front did a good job of pursuit to the ball there. To their left, and as he cut back, they were just there waiting on him to make the hit. Broncos only got a yard there on 2nd down. 3rd and 9.
2 receivers top and bottom. Perales and Favila both in the slot. I believe that's Matthews and Rodriguez. Intended for Matthews, but good coverage out there by number 14. Diop for the Rebels is going to knock it incomplete.
Cy Diop, I believe, is you're talking about there. Noticed that name when I was putting the rosters together this week.
So 4th and 9. Broncos obviously going to go for it. Favila is going to move up to the top of the screen, so they're going to have 3 receivers up top. Matthews going to be the lone receiver at the bottom. Medrano lines everything up.
Comes a blitz.
Broncos pick it up, but now the pocket collapses. Medrano could have run for it, but he's going to throw, but he's going to be incomplete. And the Rebels once again will take over on downs.
Thought he could have taken off there and got the first down, Clay.
There's no doubt he could have, but
trying to make a play.
Just trying to make a play.
Yep.
Late in the ball game here. Last ball game of the varsity career for Santi Medrano, as he is a senior for the Broncos.
Senior night here at the stadium for
everybody.
Yes, sir.
The band, the pep squad, some of the cheerleaders and things, and then of course the band at halftime and the players before the game. So
can you believe that band, Clay? 85 years of getting a Division I in UAL marching.
Man, almost as many years as you've been on this earth.
I know it. Isn't that amazing?
Up the middle there goes number 15, Ian Larson, who is in at quarterback now for the Rebels.
Tell you what, Ryan Sanchez, number 4, making the play there on the tackle. I think he might have get some real strong consideration for the MVP tonight defensively, as will a couple of other Broncos. Miguel Ramos has had a good night. Trey Gerald's made some plays on that back end tonight.
Yes, he has.
We'll give those MVPs as we get later on into the fourth quarter.
Trey Gerald has gotten a lot more playing time the last 2 or 3 weeks, and he's been very productive.
Ooh,
Larson just nowhere to go as he's going to be rode hard into the ground there by number 55 for the Broncos, Damon Bass.
Yeah, did a good job of getting there and staying in his position, not taking off, and contained.
That's the end of the third quarter of play.
So at the end of the third quarter, the Broncos trailing the Rebels. We'll be back after this.
Since 1958, we've been present for you. We appreciate our community and care about West Texans. That's why we're celebrating our love for this amazing community with a spectacular giveaway. From August 1st to December 6th, you can stop by one of our branches or find us at an event in the Midland, Odessa community to receive a special scratch-off card. There's a number of presents for you, including our grand prize, a 2-year lease on a 2024 Cadillac XT or $7,500 cash. Other prizes include a free car wash, oil change, and Complex community merchandise. At Complex Community Federal Credit Union, we're all about taking care of you and giving back with heartfelt generosity. So don't wait. Visit ccfcupresentforyou.com for details and official rules. No purchase necessary. Participants must be at least 18 years of age to qualify. Void where prohibited. All federal, state, and local laws apply.
Wake up to great value with breakfast combo meals now at Taco Villa. Whether you choose mouth-watering biscuits and gravy, hash browns, and a 12-ounce coffee for only $3.99, or your choice of breakfast taco, golden hash brown with a 12-ounce coffee for $4.99, or your favorite breakfast burrito, hash brown, and a piping hot 12-ounce coffee for just $5.99. Breakfast at Taco Villa sounds good to me.
So the fourth quarter of play as we resume, the Rebels facing a 3rd and 7. Larson's going to keep it up the middle. He's going to pick up yardage. Going to be well short of what's needed for the first down. So 4th down and about 3 for the Rebels.
Number 0 on that defensive side, Dominic Taylor making the play.
Boy, he has been a joy to watch on that defensive side of the ball. He has really had himself a year.
He's been active. Yes, I would say so. Very much so. He and a couple of other guys, Zubiate, Wilkerson, Atkins. Boy, I could start naming people here. Mason Fosenbacher, we haven't called his name tonight, but we've called his name a lot during the year.
Maltos, once again, man, a big leg, going to get a great bounce too. No return as it goes out of bounds. And the Broncos will take over from their own 21-yard line.
You know, one of the things we talked about, Clay, is our keys was, trying to finish strong and set up, bring the year to an end, set up some success and some things to build off of positively for next year. That's what I'd like to see them do right here on this drive, Clay. Put some plays together and see if they could get down, get some points, get some things on film that you want to sit down, sometime next week and say, okay, guys, here are things that we saw that we can do, that we can build off of as we go through our off season and get ready for next year and put ourselves in a position to be successful out there as we get into 25.
So Medrano is going to hand off up the middle.
This is one of them right here.
Yep, still on his feet out over the 30-yard line. It's either Avila or Garcia.
I thought it was Valdez. Was that not 33? Yep, 33.
No, it is Valdez.
Yep.
Now, that's a nice run. As he is a senior, so this is going to be his last varsity experience as well.
Yep.
Picks up, I guess, we'll give him 9.5 on that play. Oh.
And I have false start.
Ball start. Offense number 15. It's a 5-yard penalty, and it remains second down.
That is our head referee. That's Dow Watson making the call. Umpire Stephen Mahaffey, line judge Noe Muniz, head linesman Jeff Mata, the back judge Adam Dunlap, the side judge Joey Cadillo, and the field judge Michael Booker. This is a Permian Basin chapter officiating crew.
So second down now for the Broncos in about 6. Valdez still on his feet. Valdez up the middle. Valdez is going to be chased down from behind, but not until he crosses the Rebel 40-yard line.
Good blocking off the left side. Watch him actually plant right and come back left, and they just didn't contain that gap. I'm talking about the Legacy Rebel defense, and he's boogity right on up the field to the 37.
38 yards on that carry for Valdez. Biggest run of the night for the Broncos on the ground. And they going to do it again. Valdez up the middle this time. He's going to be stood up after a gain of, we're going to give him about 3 on that.
Jesus Cortez, number 50 for the Rebels, just plugged that hole and said, young man, you're not going anymore after about 3 yards.
And that was some contact there too.
Wow.
A collision.
Yep.
You know, Valdez there was a big collision in the first half. And I noticed he was stayed on the sidelines after that for a while. So good to see him back and at it in action tonight. Medrano, this time is going to hand off. And Carmona is going to find the going a little tougher. He's going to pick up only a yard and bring up about a 3rd down and 6.
What they're trying to do, they're thinking Lee's going to bring, or Legacy's going to bring some pressure, maybe be thinking pass, so they're trying to hit run and get some gaps in that Rebel defense. The last 2 plays, they've played pretty sound up front with their D-line and their linebackers. See if they go to the air here on 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6, I would look for that. Israel Favila once again in at your H-back position.
Bump and run coverage down here at the bottom.
Whoa, and Medrano going to have to fall on it all the way back at his own, at the Rebel 47-yard line.
Well, that was a hard snap. I just think he didn't concentrate on catching it.
I don't know if he wasn't if he wasn't quite ready, but it did look like he was looking downfield, and it got to him before he was expecting it. So that's going to bring up now 4th down and about 20 for the Broncos, but you gain nothing by punting here. So
see, if you don't know if you have a 4th and 20 in your playbook, but I would think this is going to be downfield if possible. 3-man front, bringing a linebacker, another one actually.
Well, he's going to throw it underneath, intended out here for Noah Hinton, but just a little too tall and just not enough time to really set in the pocket and throw it downfield. Looked like coverage out there for the Rebels by Marcus Roberts.
Yep, they had everything covered deep, and that was about the only thing open was out here in the left flat toward the Broncos sideline, and wasn't going to probably go anywhere anyway. So it's 1st down for the Rebels at their own 47-yard line.
Once again, great field position for the Rebels. Larson still in at quarterback, is going to hand the ball. I believe that's Hodge again. He's over that right side, still on his feet. Flag on the play. Hodge is going to get it all the way down to the 20-yard line.
Holding. Offense number 14. It's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. and we'll replay first down.
You could see where that flag came from.
Right.
They saw it pretty quick there, so that's going to negate that.
It's going to be actually a 10-yard penalty, but it's going to be a net of only 3-4 yards back to the 43-yard line.
Penalty comes from the spot of the hold, and it's going to be spotted. Clock running at the 43 of Legacy.
So first down and 14 for the Rebels.
You know that tough schedule that everybody was talking about Legacy had in the first part of the year where they played some really epic. It's paid off for them to be ready for playoff time. So they've gotten their act together offensively, especially the last couple of weeks.
Another flag on the play way downfield, nowhere near the action.
Holding, offense number 14. It's a 10-yard penalty from the end of the run. Still first down.
Wow.
So they're going to do the same thing. They're going to move it back as
kind of getting sloppy a little bit.
Hodge once again picked up quite a bit of yardage there, but penalty's going to move it back to the 39-yard line. It's going to be first down and 18 for the Rebels.
Well. Wow, San Angelo has cut the lead to 6 up in Wolford right now. Just the Bobcats decided they weren't going to go down without a fight, huh?
Yep, absolutely nowhere to go for Hodge this time as he's met by Zubiati on the bottom, and that is Sanchez on top.
Yep. They just closed that down and said, you're not going anywhere else.
Yep, it's going to be a loss of 2 back to the 37, so 2nd and 20 now for the Rebels. 6:05 remaining.
Well, see what the Rebels dial up here on 2nd and 20.
Well, they're certainly in no hurry to
no, they don't have to be.
Run any place here, as time is their only foe.
Milking that clock.
As far as the outcome goes. Larson's going to keep it up the middle. Larson still on his feet into Bronco territory. He'll have the first down plus all the way down to the Bronco 36, 35-yard line.
That's a zone read. He saw the end stay outside because they wanted to run the sweep, and he just pulled it and saw a hole in the middle and ran to daylight toward the Broncos sideline all the way down to the 35-yard line.
Be a pickup of 28 yards for Larson on that carry and have the Rebels a new set of downs.
Well, you know, if the Rebels knew what that score was up in Friendship, they might have a little bit of hope of tying for that district championship.
Which would be their 7th consecutive year, something that has not been done in this district ever, is my understanding.
Yep.
As Larson keeps it and is going to get it about 5.
Dominic Taylor, this is a design quarterback lead. Back comes through, the quarterback takes a counter step, follows him through the hole, and gets it down to the 29-yard line of the Broncos. Got about 6.
2nd down and 4 for the Rebels. Clock inside of 4.5 minutes to go here in the ball game. We're going to have to be thinking about our MVPs here shortly.
Yep. I think I know who I got defensively.
Well, now I don't know if Nathan has decided who he's going to pick on offense yet. Hodge, there's that stiff arm we've been seeing this year, and Hodge is going to fight forward for a first down inside the Bronco 25-yard line.
Stiff arms. I think this is Dominic Taylor over by their far sideline out there, and he just, boy, we've seen some running backs throw some stiff arms this year.
Yeah,
have we not?
Taylor not in right now, so it wasn't him. I'd kind of question whether you could stiff arm him.
Right down here.
Oh, that is him.
He's the one that.
Wow.
I think he's the one that got it.
Yep. That tells me one thing: do not mess with Andrew Hodge.
Gonna get the Earl Campbell stiff arm, or Gavin Black. Yeah. Oh, look at there.
Larson still on his feet, and Larson into the end zone for a Rebel touchdown.
Yep, just a design quarterback run. Watch here on our instant replay. Back's going to go one way. They pulled the lineman from the right side to the left, create confusion, and Larson goes to the end zone for the Legacy touchdown.
Third rushing touchdown of the year for Ian Larson. Now we need somebody to hold. Everybody's out there but the holder.
Nobody wants to just drop kick it. Just snap it to him, let him drop kick it, like Doug Flutie did that year.
Yeah, go for two.
Yeah.
The Wildcat.
Yeah. You're going to have to call timeout.
Still nobody on the field, so.
Sure not.
There he comes, but it's a little late now as the clock ticks down.
Game. Offense, number 44. It's a 5-yard penalty.
44?
Free kick.
Yeah.
That's the kicker's fault?
Yeah, it's not his fault.
He's just waiting to kick the ball, Mr. Ref.
Yeah, it looked like they only had 9, actually. They only had 9 on the field. Now they're at 11. But not a problem as the hold is good and the kick is good. So your score now reads 75-22. We'll be back to Ratliff after this.
The Texas oil boom has returned, and Rexco Poly Fittings is your Lone Star choice in polyethylene, steel, and brass needs with a wide variety to choose from. Locally owned and operated in the Permian Basin since 1982, Rexco's experienced staff will help you get the right fittings and valves to help you get the job done. Go to RexcoPoly.com. Rexco, your poly supply company located in Midland and Odessa.
At Odessa College, every journey begins with a dream as unique as you. Whether starting at a young age or maybe reshaping your career, it's time to unlock your potential. From cutting-edge medical fields to continuing education, we design 2 years as well as 4-year programs to fit your passion. Our faculty thrive on being mentors, empowering the next generation of creative thinkers, pioneers, and leaders. Because at Odessa College, you're not just a number, you're family. Register now for the upcoming semester for an experience as unique as you.
Welcome back to our Trans Global Production High School Football Game of the Week. 3:11 remaining here in the ball game as the Rebels with a comfortable lead over the Broncos. Verstugi is then going to stay in to do the kicking on the kickoff for the Rebels. Going to be talking about our MVPs here shortly.
We can do that after the kickoff. How about that?
Well, if we have time.
Do the offense since they're going to be coming on.
Oh, fair caught there. Oh, Garcia was like, man, I had it on the dead run, and you fair caught it. Yep. So, Avila with the fair catch. So, offensive MVP, I've got 2 names, and I've been kind of going back and forth between the 2 all night. Number 13, Bo Rodriguez, or Sergio Medrano, who has not had statistically the best night, but is definitely
Santiago Medrano.
Oh, yes. Yeah, and him also. That's my third name. Yeah. Santi Medrano, but we'll talk about it after this play, which way I'm going to be leaning.
Okay.
As the Broncos come out now, first down. And Medrano there with Carmona, you see, in the Bronco backfield. And Carmona is going to carry it up the middle. Carmona bounces outside. Carmona gets a corner almost. Going to be dragged down by Diop there. Was one arm tackle away from a touchdown.
Got right through that hole right there, missed a tackle, and he's off toward that Rebel sideline.
So, second down, first down for the Broncos. Waiting for the play call to get in. I'll have to wait till the next play. We do not have time. And you know me, I do not need the wrath of Bob Bailey to end the season. I'd like to end on a positive note as well.
Okay.
Handoff up the middle, Carmona again, and he's all the way out to midfield. So anyway, I am going to go because of the two amazing catches tonight, along with just having a good season overall. I'm going to go with Bo Rodriguez, number 13, our offensive MVP. Very close between him and Santi Medrano, who came in, was a great receiver, one of the leading receivers for the Broncos, and had to take over at quarterback midway through season, and did more than an adequate job for the Broncos at quarterback this year.
I'll do the defensive MVP after this play.
Medrano's got two receivers, top and bottom, got them stacked, and is going to hand off. I believe that's Valdez back in the ball game. He was my other choice. He has had some good hard runs tonight, and but anyway,
let's do defense. Might surprise you. I'm going with number 99, Tony Romo. I thought he played well, especially in that first half, plugging the middle of that Bronco defense. Thought he made his presence known up front at the line of scrimmage. I think he's had a good year. And I'm going to go with Tony Romo.
Yeah, he had a great game last week in San Angelo on film anyway. And there's the handoff up the middle for the Broncos. Going to be a gain of only about 2. It's going to bring up a 4th and 2. And they certainly will be going for it beyond a shadow of a doubt. Valdez on that carry for the Broncos.
43 seconds clock running. See it down in the bottom right-hand portion of your screen. I'd like to see them score one more. 4th and 2.
So Medrano got time. Going to change the play now. Valdez is going to take the carry up the middle. He is going to have just enough for a Bronco first down, which will stop the clock with 8 seconds left. Broncos one more play if they want it. And they are indeed just going to let the time expire. So, final score here. Broncos fall to the Rebels, 75-22. Last thoughts from Mr. Hubbard?
Well, it's been a tough year for the Broncos. We saw some exciting football throughout the year. A little tough luck losing Coda to an injury.
Oh,
that didn't help matters any, but they just,
luck.
Coach Hartman said it. His kids kept fighting. They kept trying to get better during the year. He's going to get the ship righted in the right direction.
Well, I mean, he comes to work in June.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody else in district's been working a full year, 12 months.
Yep.
He comes to work in June.
Yeah, he had about a month and a half to get ready for the season.
And he's still learning everybody's names at that point.
Yes. So give him and his staff credit for hanging in there and coaching the kids hard, loving up on them, trying to get them ready to be as successful as possible. The thing you get here, life is not always going to be easy. When you get a roadblock, an obstacle, just like you've had here, you learn from it, learn to bounce back from it, and keep on going on. That's what this Bronco team is going to do.
Absolutely, and better things to come. A lot of underclassmen on the Broncos this year. And great season for all of us here at Trans Global Productions. We appreciate you guys that were with us each and every week.
Thanks to our cameramen, our production people, our sponsors. My goodness.
Our sponsors, just so much appreciation from us for keeping us going each and every week. Speaking of the cameramen, I'm going to say one last final thank you to our entire family and crew here at Trans Global Productions. As always, Bob Bailey, who is Trans Global Productions, directs and produces these games. Debbie Bailey is our replay director. On the cameras upstairs, Tim Rose and Jason Barrage. Those guys are quite a character combination, I must say. Got Brandon Boudreaux Chance in the south end zone and Jordan Gray in the north end zone. Our grips all year have been Diego Carrillo and Gavin Gray, although he's not here tonight. I want a special shout out to Philip Manley, who helped grip last week, and Did not know that till after we were off the air. So, for the final time in 2024, for Nathan Hubbard and Kyle Hubbard, I'm Clay Kennedy. We appreciate you being with us, and Lord willing, we'll see you next year.